you up.
Why not? In your case.
Yeah.
Is that recorded?
Yeah, you're
Mine
back.
not. I can't put this on my Facebook.
Not
So
live
she's offered you a
though.
little
Not live though. Oh, well, there you have it.
Hey.
Yeah. Well played, delay.
Hello, everybody. We are doing. Am I on there?
No.
No. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream from the castle. Jason Ives doing great things. So, for anybody that has seen the flyer or knows what's going on, Brian Montgomery is an amazing person and darter from the indie area. He's been playing for multiple years. Knows everybody, loves everybody. One of the greatest guys you'll ever meet. Him and his wife had decided to better their lives and move to Florida and leave us. So we decided to get 3 of his best friends out of the so many that he has that was available to show up on Mother's Day, which, by the way, happy Mother's Day to everybody watching. And we're going to play some steel darts against him. He wanted to play in the castle and he never had the time to do it, and we want to give him a chance to play before he leaves. So he will be playing Joe Moore, who is also one of his great friends, have been playing darts for a long time. The first match. And then he will be playing Ben Fairs. Turn your volume up, Lee Jones. I could just talk louder, buddy. And then finally he will be playing me, myself. I'm hoping he has a few drinks in him, has a good time, and smokes me on the stream. Give him a great send-off. So welcome to the full Monty send-off. You will have me, Ben, and Joe commentating when we're not playing, telling good stories, making fun of Brian since we have the chance to do it and he can't hear us. And then we're going to bring in our significant others to tell their stories about him so you don't get tired of listening to me because I suck at talking. He should be here in about 15-20 minutes. He has no idea what is going on, so this will be a complete surprise to him, so you'll probably see him cry. Don't hold that against him. And it's going to be a great night. So we appreciate you tuning in. Like, share, let everybody know what's going on.
Hey. Alright, folks, can you hear me? My name's Jason. I'm with you live, too. I'm running the broadcast tonight. Big shout out to Lee and Ben and to Joe to putting all this together. What we're going to do tonight, we're going to, like Lee was telling, we got them set up to play a few different people. We're live at the castle. And as soon as he gets here, we're going to make him sit down right where Ben is sitting right now. And he's going to answer some questions, and Lee's going to inform him as to what we are doing and what's happening and what's going on. So bear with us. You see Pretty Boy Lee and Pretty Boy Ben right there in your little cameras. I'm going to switch over to slideshow. This slideshow is those pictures that you posted. So I'm going to turn down the mics. I'm going to let that happen. We're going to check on the location of Brian and see where he's at and see how close he is. We've got a person in the car with him that is messaging us and letting us know what's going on. So we'll keep you updated. We're going to sign out here for about 2 minutes, and then we'll come right back to you. But please give us a like, give us a share. Sit back and watch the slideshow. There's about 20, 30 different pics on there. And we'll be back in about 2 minutes. We're just going to find his location right quick, all right? Thanks, folks.
I know
Alright.
we're doing a race of 5, but what are we playing?
Playing, it's on the board like it's been in your castle night. So there's a whiteboard, and it's 401s, 2 crickets, 301s. Okay.
How didn't you get in on that cigar picture with us? That's
I
a great
know,
picture.
that's like, cause me and Tony was sitting behind you
401s,
guys.
3 crickets, 201s, right?
There wasn't enough room for
Two
us all to
crickets.
sit up there.
Yeah.
2 crickets.
2 crickets. 301s. 4, 2, 3. Does anybody text them?
No, I thought you already got it.
I got it.
Got it?
So I told him mic is open. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Gummies. Not a big deal.
Oh. Gotcha.
That beggar said you're still on.
What it is, it's picking up a mic. We are still on. I don't know what that is, it's picking up. Oh, mic it is. Alright folks, now I turn the sound back on because I had it shut off because the mics are off.
So everything I just said was great. I'm glad I messed up.
No, I'm glad you actually rehearsed it.
No.
So everything happened.
Alright, so.
Alright folks, they're gonna arrive here at 9:14. Is that yours? Okay. We're gonna arrive here at 9:14, which is a couple of minutes away. We're gonna go hide Joe and Ben in the garage so they don't know what's going on. We're gonna make him come in and sit down and immediately put on some headphones. I'll do a little quick introduction.
I got a
And
frosty beer I'm taking out of the freezer for his spot.
Lee will then go ahead and give him the information, and then we'll go forward from there. But if you could, folks, this is the big entrance right now. We're coming up to it. So
Frosty beer.
like, share, do whatever you can to get us out there. This is the big grand entrance.
It's a great send-off, the full Monty send-off for Brian
Yeah, that's
Montgomery.
right. No one will be getting naked tonight, by the way. Not while we're in the castle.
I can't make that promise.
Yeah.
So for people just tuning in and didn't see the flyer, Brian wanted to play here and he never got the chance, and he is moving to Florida to better their lives and make his father's wish come true, and they bought a house out there. So
All right, folks. Well, it sounds like they're here. So I'll scoot the others to the garage. We'll wait for them to come in. I'll do a quick introduction, and then we'll go from there. All right?
sounds great.
All right. Remind me to turn the volume up on this headset. And folks, if you hear a dog start barking in the background, that's my killer attack dog, Crumbs. Absolutely nothing to worry about. He's more concerned about the neighbor's cat. So, no big deal. Good to see a lot of you, a few of you following on YouTube as well. We're on YouTube as well as Facebook. Thanks for doing that. We really do appreciate it. It's a big help to us. But give us a like, give us a share. It should be one of those moments that all good things happen.
And Tyler, to answer your question, it will be Joe Moore, Ben Ferris, and me playing Brian. We got some of his good friends that was available today to come. You'll find out in a minute, buddy.
All right. Well, we had the sun. Where's everybody else? Well, here we go, folks. Here's the guest of honor. Here he is.
Surprise!
Montgomery. Surprise, buddy.
Surprise.
Have a seat, young man. Sit down right there for me.
Glad you could dress for the occasion, buddy.
Nobody
let me know what's going on.
Yeah. Why don't you put those headphones on and we'll clue you in about what's going on. So slide that down. There you go. Brian, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Well, here's the deal, Mr. Brian. I know you've asked me a couple of times if you could play at the castle.
Right.
And I know you've asked Lee a couple of times if you could play at the castle. I can say from my own behalf, we try to get you in here. We just couldn't get the dates right and the scheduling right and get everything sorted.
Right.
And so Lee came to me with an idea and mentioned something. So we put a little something together for you. So I'm going to let Lee tell you exactly what's going on.
All right.
Well, you said you wanted to play before you left. So I got with Jason. Jason's an amazing person. So we got a couple of your good friends that will sit here and at the time of Mother's Day to come see you and play you and give you a full Monty send-off. So we're going to poke fun of you. We're going to make fun of you, which we always do because we're friends.
So I don't make it too hard.
And then we're going to let you whoop us in steel, buddy, and show us what you got. And just to introduce, obviously, you're going to play me. I will be last. And then your other two that was available to come play and was honored to come play you and give you a send-off is Joe, who you'll play first, and Ben.
Gotcha.
Which, surprise, there they are.
Alright, so we got those guys coming to play with you. So you got, at best, 27 legs of darts ahead of you tonight.
Okay.
Alright, you got 6 games of cricket, and you got 21 games of 0-1. All right?
Sounds good.
That's if they go all the way. If you beat these guys 5-zip constantly, then it's not going to be that much. All right?
All right.
We're going to have different people coming. Your wife's going to talk on the headset like you are. Jen's going to talk on the headset like you are. Ben and Lee are going to do the commentary. Or Joe and Lee or Joe and Ben are going to do the commentary when you're shooting. Now, one of the things that when you play in the castle, and these guys that have played in the castle can testify to, the whole week before, I send you messages 2 times a day, usually, sometimes 3 times a day. And I let you know what's going to happen. You don't have that opportunity. So, heads up. It's on Dark Connect out there. It's pretty straightforward. There's also a whiteboard next to it. You're going to mark off every time you win a leg on the whiteboard. The person you playing has done it before. They know how to do it, so don't worry about it. Dark Connect is set up for the best of 9, but sometimes it screws up. And when it does screw up, we got the whiteboard as a backup. Okay? There's going to be, by the end of the week, there'll be about 5,000 people that have seen what you're going to do tonight. All right? Now, a lot of them are out of London. Some of them are out of Manchester. We're getting pretty big in Norway and Scandinavia. And we have a regular crowd that follows us in Japan. So, by the end of the night tonight, you'll truly be world famous. And everybody would have seen you play darts. All right?
All right.
You're one of ours. You're one of our own. We wanted to send you off in the best way that we could.
Appreciate
So
it.
go out there, warm up, have fun, get loose. There's some steel tip darts on the counter out there. There's 4 or 5 sets. If you got your own set, that's great. If not, find a set that'll fit you. There's all kinds of weights and all kinds of setups out there.
All
All
right.
right? So put that headset down.
Have fun, buddy.
Do have a good time. Joe, you go warm up too.
Yeah.
All right, you two go warm up. I'll come out there and get you started in a minute. Don't start till I get going. You guys are gonna piddle for the first leg. Then after that, it's ultimate start, all right?
I just opened it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What are you doing? Don't say that.
No, I was telling you, he was talking to me.
Was this Brian's or Ben's?
It was supposed to be Brian. She didn't give it to him.
I hit it probably because I didn't want to know. I'm sorry.
We got some sort
I'm
of
terrible
beer
at this.
controversy going on over here, folks.
Beer
I'm terrible at this.
All right, so
Uh,
what's going through his mind right now, right? You know him pretty well. What's he thinking right now?
I think he's a little emotional.
Yeah.
He's trying not to cry at the moment. He knew something like this would happen, just didn't know when.
Mm-hmm.
Right now he's thinking about not embarrassing himself on camera,
Yeah.
which after about 2 drinks, that'll go out the window. He won't
Yeah.
ever have to worry about that again. He's thinking he needs to learn his math, he can do this, but he knows it's us 3 and we're going to have a great time. He knows we're going to poke fun at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care if he's moving to Florida. He's not dying. I'm gonna make fun of him, and I'm gonna, when he shoots bad, I'm gonna point it out.
Right.
So that's what we do, right? That's what we're supposed to do. You'll still be a friend.
Okay, he's warming up. He's ready to go, buddy.
Ben, what do you think's going through his mind right now?
No, Brian, just a lot of emotions. He's an emotional kind of guy.
Ben, slide that mic a little bit closer to your mouth there, buddy. There you go. A lot of emotions?
Yeah. Dynamite drop in money.
He does get very emotional in all of his tournaments, everything. He's got such a big heart. It's easy for him to get emotional.
How's he gonna do to steel? How much steel is he shooting recently?
Recently, probably not much,
Not
but
much.
he throws it at the house here and there. He plays draws here and there. He's a dart player, though. He's
He
good.
played a couple of the IDA singles leagues too.
Alright.
He's familiar enough with Dark Connect to use it.
How's the math gonna be?
Oh, his math terrible.
Oh, so he's an American.
Pretty much.
Alright.
But we're going to play. Obviously, you heard Jason say how many legs and all that. He's going to play a race to 5 against all 3 of us. Joe first. They'll court to see who goes first and be alternating start afterwards. They're going to play 4 0-1 games, followed by 2 cricket, and then 3 0-1s, depending on how far it needs to go. So it's a race to 5. Ben will be the next one playing in, and then me at the end. So hopefully he's well lubed and we can have a great time.
Not well lubed.
Right, it's always well lubed.
That got weird.
Real quick. I'm definitely not professional for this. So if you guys want to like, share, tell everybody, tell all your friends about this, and let's make it a great send-off for Brian. And again, we'll have Emily on the mic in a little bit. We can't forget she's leaving us too.
Who?
Well, that one lady that's forcing Brian to leave us.
Yeah.
But it is Mother's Day, so we gotta be nice to her.
And let's get that message out there right away. All right, happy Mother's Day to all the dog moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to all you ladies.
Especially the two that are 5 feet from us.
Yeah.
Listen to me talk crap about them.
Big shout out to all you guys. Really do appreciate it. Shout out to Julie. Shout out to CJ, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching. Big shout out to Dave and Ed Bacon. Let me tell Dave Collette right now. You know, I promised Dave the next time we do one at the castle, we'll make sure to get him in. And I apologize. This one kind of came up in the last 3 days, Dave. And I hope you don't think I broke my promise to you, but we just this one came up kind of weird.
Special edition, not a standard cast.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Miss Jones is tuning in too. I'm glad to see she's pumping up our ratings. So thank you for that.
Thanks, babe. Hope you get here soon. We all miss you.
Team Ben.
Team Ben. Hashtag Team Ben. If anybody has any, obviously Brian won't be on the mic very much, but if anybody has any questions for him, wants to know anything, wants to tell him anything, let us know. And Emily can answer them. We can answer them the best we can when everybody's on the mic.
All right, guys, you got about 40, 50 people watching. Keep on talking to each other. I'm going to get these guys rolling. What do you guys want to get on the mic?
If anybody has any good stories they want to personally send me or anything that they want people to know about Brian, obviously we're going to tell stories, but we're going to make fun of him more because we're friends and that's what we can do. Let us know. Where are you moving to? Palm something, I
Palm
know.
Coast.
So they are moving to Palm Coast, Florida, so they can get sunburnt because Brian needs sun. We all know, we've seen him passed out before at tournaments. He's a little pale. Start picking on him easier. It's so much easier to. You got any favorite tournaments or good stories about Brian that you shared with him?
And we've rode with Brian and Emily a lot, and there's every tournament is the same. Wake up, drink, go play some darts, drink some more, come back home. Eventually, we'll pass out. Usually amongst either a pile of burritos or White Castle sliders or Jaeger bomb cups. We don't usually know until we wake up the next morning and see what kind of mess we're in.
I know he's one of the best starters at falling asleep during the middle of a tournament or draw and then waking up and still being able to play darts.
He can fall asleep mid-conversation while sitting in a chair next to me.
I think the greatest one I got of him is passed out at the pool table in Terre Haute.
Terre Haute, yeah. That's a famous one.
Hey, what are you doing, girl? Trying to steal microphones? So, looks like they're diddling it up to see who's going to go first. They are again playing a race to 5. It is Brian Montgomery's send-off.
Who's more nervous right now, Brian or Joe?
Let's say, yeah, probably Brian.
Joe's had time to plan a little.
Joe knew it was coming. It might have more time to get in his head.
It is very true, especially since the last time he was on here, he shot the double 10 when he needed 40 left and cost me a bunch of money. So I'm hoping Brian whoops him real quick.
That sounds right. Well, I mean, we're all rooting for Brian. That's why he gave him the easy warm-ups first before he gets to the big boy.
Yeah, I was already asked if I'm going to let him win. And I said, well, we'll see how he's shooting by then. But I played league today, and that was absolutely terrible. So I'm sure he's going to win anyways. But those look like his first 3 nervous darts. So we'll see how this goes. This is going to be a great night.
Yep. Sounds like Brian answered that question for me real quick.
So they are moving this Friday. And again, to Palm Coast, we're all going to miss him. We're giving him his special send-off because he wanted to play here. And we thank Jason for putting it on for him.
Did someone just hit a 1040? Is that Joe that hit a 1040?
Joe hit a 1040.
Well, that's a good sign, right? I mean, I tell you.
Terrible friend. How are you going to do that against him?
Well, yeah, I mean, as soon as you hit that first 1040, all of a sudden you're a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
You know? You go from a Jason Ives to a Lee Jones.
Yeah. He is
Which is a really small step, admittedly.
Brian knows we're not taking it easy. We're going to try to drag him from the mud today. So he knows,
Right,
he knows
no,
we're not
you
taking
know.
it easy on him.
Nah, he won't feel good if you guys let him win a game.
It won't matter when I play him. I've beaten every good, bad, middle of the road dark player in Indiana except Brian Montgomery. I can't beat that.
I was told that today
Did
earlier.
everybody notice that
I
Joe Smith scored there? Joe, he hit a 24 and he scored it as a 26.
Oh, Joe.
Damn soft tippers.
I tell you what, you know, the farther south you go in Indiana, the worse the math is. I'm telling you. True story.
We love you, Linda.
Well, I asked Ben, but since you're on here and you don't want to talk very much, you got any good stories of tournaments you played with Brian?
No, I'll
Or
tell you.
how you met him?
I met him at, is it a Legion or a VFW, the one 495?
497.
497 Legion.
497,
Legion
yeah.
497?
Over there in Guyan Road, wherever that one is, man. So I'm playing, now this is when I was playing a lot, so I was feeling pretty good about myself for that 2.5 week period. And I was, we were playing on a soft tip tournament over there. It was something to do with Phoenix at that point in time. I don't remember what it was, but I got through the first 2 rounds pretty good. And my next matchup on the sheet was Monty. And I went up to Ben, and, you know, who the fuck's Monty? I don't know who this guy is. He's like, it's Brian Montgomery. I'm like, oh, because I always knew him as his first name, Brian. So I'm like, oh, Brian, I don't know that much about him. I'm feeling pretty good. I can, you know, maybe win another round here. And he kicked my ass like 3-zip right off the bat. At which one time I never played him again because I didn't want to get my ass beat again.
Is that why it took me so long to get you to invite him here?
Yeah, that's what it was.
He's still bitter about it.
Yeah, I really am. Nah, it's, you know, you got those guys in darts that you just always lose to.
Big 3 there for Joe
Yeah.
Moore.
He's just trying to let him catch up a little bit.
Yeah. But those, I mean, I've got those, but like, Brian's one of those guys for me, so I'm kind of, you know, there's 99% of me is sad that he's leaving. There's 1% that thinks, oh, there's one less guy I lose to on a regular basis.
Same, bro, same.
You know? So I got that. And then there's Mark Raymond's another one too. And what's his name? Oh, I forget his name. There's 3 of them I always lose to no matter what.
Ben Ferris is the other one. The other name was like,
Nah, you know, it's just now coming out of his slump. He's good at Lego darts.
Brian's always been the type that if he's got the confidence, he's a monster in darts. He just has to have the confidence, feeling good. But he's also the same person that will drink 5 buckets with you and make sure you have the greatest night you've ever had when you're out with him.
why do you think we room with him? He wakes me up with a Jaeger bomb.
All right, where's Joe going here? Is he going 13? He's going 5.
Joe likes the 15s and he's a soft tipper. Or he's
Oh, look at that.
He must have been watching Still earlier, trying to learn his outs and how to shoot.
I set up a double 16 cam. If he could just slow down when he shoots that, that'd be fine.
Hey, at least he shot the right out this time.
Yeah, this is true.
But I mean, I've seen Brian have nights where he can't hit anything and he's absolutely upset at himself, but still has a great time. And then I've played with him in Florida where he was relaxed, having fun, and beat some of the best people in Florida, and we ended up winning the Pro-Am. It was amazing times.
Well, that wasn't a good shot at all. Well, no, he's a good egg. Hey, that whole family's kind of a good egg, to be honest with you. I haven't met one I don't like yet.
Definitely someone I like better than others.
So Joe leaves a 4.
I knew you
He's going to obviously give Brian a lot of time to get back in this, because even though we're picking on Brian, we'll pick on Joe too.
Oh yeah, nobody's off limits here.
Ben, how you feeling tonight? What are your chances against Brian? What's your score prediction for yourself?
Against anybody but Brian, my odds would be pretty good. I don't know.
So, I mean, I assume you think you're going to win. Every dart player thinks he's going to win,
Of
right?
course I do.
So, how many do you think he's going to win?
2.
2.
I know James messaged me earlier, his son messaged me earlier.
Joe takes first game.
Said he's going to keep the streak alive and beat Ben's kryptonite. He said, I said, well, hopefully he beats me, and so that way I don't feel bad.
But we're all right.
I don't want to send him home and then be all angry when he's moving and stuff. We want to be safe.
Because of the stream, I've had to watch your game so much lately. Quite frankly, I don't know if you're throwing off. And I'll call you out. I'll call you out.
Well, it's still that stuff
For anybody.
anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you're not that good. So.
I like
I'm
it.
not worried about
It's
it.
sexy though. It'll make your stream look good.
Yeah, well, hey, I got this raspy voice going tonight. I'm telling you. Stop me at 900 number club. They still have those? They still have 900 numbers?
I'm usually the one answering it. I recognize the voice. So anybody watching this, like,
Yeah.
share. Let's get this out there and give Brian a great send-off and Emily.
So we're playing a best of 9 tonight, folks. We promised to get done before midnight. And we got these two shooting a pretty good average so far. Both of them, well, one of them's shooting a 50, the other one's not quite there. But we'll get there. We were playing a best of 9. The last game, well, I guess the 5th game and the 6th game are both cricket. All the other ones are 1, open and double out. Regular stuff. I'm joined by Lee Jones and Ben Ferris on the microphone. It's the quietest I've ever heard Ben, to be honest with you.
He's focused.
He's raising his hand. It doesn't do much on the radio. But that's all right.
Got a big radio following, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's a lot of people who listen on the phone while they're driving, right? So it just goes through their speakers. So
They're watching too. Don't kid yourself.
yeah. Well, I got you two pretty boys on the camera in the top corner there. That's one of the new additions we got is putting a commentator cam.
I do like it.
Yeah.
Got the widescreen lens for us.
Yeah. Well, you know. The highlight of the show, the guests of the show, calling the action.
Well, Brian found who? Brian? He wasn't even on here very long.
No.
Or was I not listening? I wasn't listening. Probably to you. I'm sorry.
That's right. I get that one.
Brian
no
started to
problem,
find thing. He switched darts, and he's actually. I think he's ready to go.
Yeah, one of the things that we did that was completely unfair, amongst many different things that we did completely unfair, is we didn't tell him to bring his darts.
I know, and I couldn't find his darts, so he's using my big ones.
So,
Oh, he's using the big band. He's gonna beat you with his own
Yeah.
barrels.
I've lost to people with my own barrels before. I won't be a first.
well, what you
Including you.
No, that is true.
you constantly remind me that my son is you are my son's favorite darter. But Lee was here earlier on, Keegan was here, and Keegan's like, I need to get a set of the bullets. I'm telling you, Keegan's leaving you for Lee.
Oh, Keegan.
Yeah.
Me and Keegan have to talk. He's always been team Ben.
It took him graduating college to finally learn, though.
Uh,
I mean, it
yeah.
gave him some years.
Yeah, next Saturday. That's I'll believe it. Next Sunday.
A lot can happen in a week. Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Brian with the lead here. Well, you had the lead. Let's see if he can get it back.
Joe, every now and then, man, he throws some pretty big darts.
That's a good time.
You know? And every time Joe throws a big dart, Brian follows up shitty.
A little bit of pressure. That happens to everybody in darts. Joe's one of those guys that he was one of the top players when he was younger, but he had the attitude problem. Right?
Yeah.
I've heard him bust out buttons and boards and have to replace boards, and then they moved and had kids, and he's getting back into it. He's a little calmer now, so
He's still got a little temper on him.
he does have a little temper on him. You hear him yell more than you see him hit anything anymore.
Hey, some guys need that.
Yeah.
Some guys need that just to fire themselves up. I'm guilty of that from time to time.
He's never mad at his partner.
No.
It's always himself.
Yeah.
Let's see if Brian can hit a big triple here and try to get it out.
Dave, Joe, or I have played in state before and different things before. And Joe, as soon as he starts throwing bad, it's downhill.
Yeah.
It goes downhill pretty fast.
Brian doing his math up here with a 35 or 45. Am I wrong or is he wrong?
He's fine.
Well, take a look, see if they notice where the out chart is. There is an out chart out there. I haven't told either one of them where it's at. I usually don't tell people. To be
We'll see if
honest
they
with you.
find it.
Yeah.
They still gotta be able to read it.
Yeah.
And there's no pictures on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers on that chart.
Brian trying to set it up. Again, they are moving to Palm Coast, Florida. We're gonna miss them. It's their big send off, but it is for his wife and his
Like a
father.
10 there. Should be looking at the 57 here. We'll see.
All right, 74 left.
Math.
Should be looking at the 14s. Trip 14 would be nice.
And this is the thing with old people, they need their glasses. See what I miss the wire a lot, and I walk up. I do have a big screen sitting.
It's not like that one's close to the wire either, you know.
I do have a big screen sitting in front of me. So.
Yeah.
54 left for John. I'm set up here.
All right. So Joe leaves himself 36.
Very soft tipper, fat 18.
We'll go get Brian to calm down here in a minute when he stops thinking about the camera and the surprise of everything.
Well, and you remember the first time you guys played in the castle, right? The first 2 or 3 games, you're always kind of a little bewildered as far as everything that goes
I didn't
on.
play a lot in the soft and playing at state and being on the stream a lot, but it's a lot different here. It's such a fun atmosphere and a great atmosphere that you don't think about it until you're like, oh, well, people in London are watching us.
Yeah, well, I do what I can to get them all nervous, right?
Yeah, you do your best.
So. Come on, hit a trip, Jason. Yeah.
40 score to lead 168.
It's an
Still
out.
not an out.
It's an out.
No, it's not. Stop it.
If he hits it, we'll give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
See if Joe can get a 2-0 lead here in a race to 5. They will play 4-0-1s, 2 crickets, and 3-0-1s. Joe's doing the math on his calculator right now.
Or he broke a tip. Who knows what Joe did?
You did notice he got James in the garage. We broke one of the golden rules, is to have James in the garage tonight. These guys are both pretty new. Joe's been here once before, but
Is he caddying for him?
yeah, that's kind of how it's working.
Looks like he hit that double
That's 2-0.
9. Looks like he hit that double 9.
Don't count Brian out. He'll come back, though. He's got this.
Oh, first couple of games. I'll tell you, if he can take one of these first 4 0-1 games, he'll be all right. You know, because he'll have some confidence going into cricket regardless.
Right.
Right? So he's got one of these first 4 games. If he can take one of them, he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think he'll calm down. I mean, he's got the experience, not so much still, but he's got dart experience. He knows the game. He knows the strategy. He's been playing, what, 80 years, Emily?
Yeah.
85, I think.
85.
20 plus.
85 years.
It seems like 85 years.
So
What'd you say-
honestly,
what'd
he's
you say,
been playing
24 years?
24.
That's like 30.
Well, that's almost as old as me.
We started when we were 21.
There you go. There's a turn. Starting to settle in.
So 24 years, Emily says.
36.
They started when they were
36.
21.
85,
Came out.
85.
Had fun playing darts, and
How
he's
old
been
how old do you think he
amazing
is, Jay?
before that, but he's just
I thought he said he
been
started
amazing
playing
to the
at
dart
85.
community, and everybody
Oh.
knows the Fox. Sucks we couldn't get 90 friends here for him to play.
No, and hey, I got lots and lots of messages from different people that wanted to come and hang out and watch him play. Look, I love y'all. I would love to have had you all over, but we just couldn't do it, guys. We just couldn't make it all happen. I'm the only one here at the house, and it's just too much wild stuff that goes on during the stream. It's hard to be a good host and to have darts at the same time. So I said no to everybody. I didn't pick any favorites. I told the guys that were playing tonight that they can bring a guest, and I told the Montgomerys that knew about the surprise that they could come. But beyond that, I kept it kind of quiet.
Oh, we could have brought anybody. You said spouses.
Yeah.
Touche. We only did that because it was Mother's Day, let's be honest.
That's right.
Yeah, it was hard. He told me to try to pick 2 or 3 of his best friends. There were so many on the list, and then obviously I had to feel obligated to come in and try to play him because I wanted to be a part of it. So I'm a little biased. That's my fault. But it's so hard. There's so many people that he's touched in darts. Emily's that. Well, that
Everybody.
sounds really bad. So many people that
Emily has touched a lot of people in darts.
they have affected their lives in darts. So it was a little rough, but
Emily's never touched me in darts. Should I be upset about that?
You're usually in level 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Joe having quite the round here. Averaging 83 this leg.
this will be the one game that he's shooting really well, and he'll shoot the wrong double
Oh, yeah.
for the out. Cost me money. like he did
Brian's
last
Brian's winning this leg for sure.
Well, he is a little bit above his average, and he started out great, but beyond that, he's. There you go. Is that another 10?
Yeah. 81. Nope.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that camera.
Right on cue. I called that.
Yeah, I've moved that camera around like 18 different spots, and no matter what, whenever we play, someone's blocked out by another dart.
There's our old eyes going.
Old Grandpa Moore checking
They call that the steel tip shuffle.
105 left
When
to
you
leave
shuffle
90
towards
after
the
hitting
seat.
that
Big shout
15.
out to CJ.
Brian's going to put pressure on this. I have a feeling. I think he's settling. Got a drink of his favorite Miller Lite. If anybody wants to give him a going away gift, Miller Lite is always a
Or Jaeger.
good one. Or Jaeger.
Jägermeister.
He's just got to get to an out. That's going to be the most important thing. Good first start. There you go.
Nice 94 scored.
He switched darts again.
I told you he was going to win that leg.
Hey, he's Peter Wright. Kevin mentioned that too. He's switched 3 different times. He's trying to get that Peter Wright mentality in him.
To be fair, he doesn't have his own darts, so he didn't know he was playing tonight.
That's true. And it wasn't his fault. It was
Right.
his
Emma's
wife's fault. He
I
couldn't
couldn't
find
find
it.
him. I think he
Obviously,
packed
Emma's
them.
fault.
She lost him in her
hey,
suitcase
this-
of a purse.
There's 8 different sets of darts out there for him to pick from. He'll be all right. They can't be an excuse all night long. We're expecting big things out of them. This is send off now. We're looking for big things. Like take out a 134. Come on.
I see trip 18 top stops just to prove he
Well,
could.
you wouldn't start with a 1.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
You might as well just start betting now and keep it even.
He did. He got the 3 fat ones.
Well, hey, check this out.
Joe's laughing at him, so he's not the only one
Yeah.
laughing now.
Oh, you might as well move that to the 5 or something. Buddy.
It is,
Well,
it's
it's on the
there.
same camera. You're right. It's the same camera.
That's there.
I don't even know where the board is.
Oh, we need that bottom.
So let's see if Brian can do this. If he looks to his right for the out chart. I still don't think either one of them has noticed there's an out chart over there. He's
You would
taking-
think his own
he's taking
son
his
would have
shoes
told
off.
him. You know?
I think he got tired of watching it. He came out here and just
Brian said he came unprepared and he needed a beer.
Oh, we brought him beer. He's not in.
Well, he matched his last score with that first start. 3.
We knew he didn't know he was coming, so we made sure we brought him.
We definitely put all the pressure on him by surprising him with this. We want to see how talented he is.
Well, he should be settled in by now.
It is Brian. He's very emotional. He is an emotional character.
And he hasn't had enough to drink for Brian.
That is true.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
first start, Joe. First start. Look at that.
Well, first start that round.
Yeah. All right, so if Brian wins this, he's in good shape. If he doesn't win this, there's going to be trouble.
Well, he'd be down 4-0, so
Mhm.
that's trouble for anybody.
I'm really going on a limb there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he's trying to figure
Yeah,
out darts over there, but I think he might be pouring himself a shot. I think he's figuring out darts.
Madden.
Lord, I hope so.
No, he's
Yeah.
drinking.
Oh, it's a shot.
He's drinking.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, I think Joe's adjusting himself back there.
Look at that.
And thongs get a little tight every now and then. Give us a like, share for the full Monty send-off if you are watching.
This next match, I think we're gonna mic up Mr. Fairs and see if we can't get him on the mic.
Hear
Right
what
there.
Brian's cussing out there.
Yeah.
Saying. He always comes in though. He's
You can't hear me cussing away. I've been talking lately.
He always settles in though. Brian will surprise you. He's one of them little snake in the grass surprising people. I keep saying bad things. He's not a snake in the grass. He's a great guy. I'm terrible at referencing
Really?
things. There's a huge 133 from him. I think it looks like.
It looks like 133.
It's taking a long time. I'm going to assume it's a 133 when they're
Yeah,
counting.
that's a 95.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'd take a 95 if I was Brian right now. It's literally more than twice his average. I think Joe's gonna screw up
I'm
now.
surprised they
Hey,
haven't
Brian took
changed.
that one shot and it's like his, spinach.
He got his little mojo going.
That's
He's
right.
ready to relax.
You starting to feel it now.
Sticking with his trusty 19s.
Yeah. He's dropped down. 76 there, it looks like.
See if Joe can try to make a leg out of this.
Well, I'll tell you, if Brian takes this leg, well, he hasn't even shot at a double yet, has he?
No.
I don't think so.
So,
He's
I'm sure he hasn't got under 200, so he's almost there now.
he got to
Was it
131 last time.
Oh yeah, 131.
Yeah.
That's right. When he hit the
And
3,
one-
he
and
was
one- and
134. when he hit
134
3
before
once.
that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. He was there for me.
That's me not paying attention.
He's been on outs. He just hasn't really given it a good round one yet.
This is gonna get him motivated though. He's ready to go. One good shot in him over there that he
He's just
should.
warming up to play me anyways.
Well, if he wins this one, right, he's got a 1-game winning streak going into cricket. And he's got to feel a lot better at cricket than he does on one, surely.
I agree with that 100%. Especially the way he's shooting 19s.
Yeah.
But then again, like we said, he's unprepared. He don't have his darts. This was a big surprise. He has absolutely found a 19 though. This could get very interesting for Joe.
Note to self, when Brian Montgomery plays, have a 19 can.
Again, give us a like and share. This is a Monty send-off. He is playing Joe Moore right now in a race to 5, who he is trying to catch up real quick because Joe is ahead 3-0. But Brian has finally found his 19s.
And he keeps hitting that double 19 too, which is not exactly what they do in the pros.
And then he will be playing Ben, who took time out of his Mother's Day to come give his friend a send-off. And then eventually me, so you don't have to listen to me no more after that.
I think he's got 74 left here. I may be wrong. No, he's got 74 left, so his first start should be the 14s. Joe's just trying to get some points on the board, get that right now. But Brian's down to double figures, which is new territory for him so far. He's down 3-zip.
He's probably going to be going 18 here. No problem.
Yep, I get it.
No, he did. He went
They will
18.
keep surprising us.
I like it.
63 left.
I think somebody snuck it out to Brian. He's in practice as an outs all day.
Yeah, really. I'd be surprised if he didn't find out about it. I hope he didn't.
Nope, he didn't.
He didn't?
Nope.
22. He's got 52 left. Go for 20 probably? Or 12? No, 5 is the best way.
It's a,
Yeah,
great,
5.
it's a big
I didn't even
race.
say that's
A lot of the guys go
that's next
5.
level. I didn't think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Next level.
Because 47 is always a good number to have.
Right, right.
So I just got a picture. We have Shy Raymer, who runs the IDA, is watching Brian on the stream or on her big screen TV. So we appreciate all of you tuning in and watching.
Hello, Miss Debbie Hughes. Nice to see you along. She's always a big sport. I love Debbie. She's always watching whenever we do something. He's
I
just
think he
busted.
just busted out of the trip 19.
Yeah. What the hell was he shooting at?
7
7 probably.
7 and then 6.
Gonna leave Joe look at the big fish.
He should have went 17.
15?
But he was going
Uh-oh.
7 double 20.
So mentioned in the
That's a good shot, I
IDA,
guess, Chad.
in 2 weeks they have a 3-day event coming up that is all steel.
And we're streaming that, by the way.
I heard that.
Yeah.
It's at the Thompson House on the jungle side.
Yeah, yeah. That's going to be a good time.
So Brian did just set up his teams, so he will be playing again. This is a good warm-up for him. He will be there in attendance if you want to give him a absolute farewell. He
He's
does
going to have like
Miller
four
Lite and
or
Jaeger.
5 different farewell parties.
Well,
Nobody
Like I
better.
said,
Nobody
we-
better.
Yep.
60 for a, 55 or 55 left?
70, you got 45 left. So,
Yeah, 45.
so you hit a double
Yeah,
6 there.
115. Oh, I didn't see the 10.
Yeah, that's
Because I never pay attention. I'm watching the
Camouflage
Facebook.
stars. Let's take a look at this 16. All right, first star crucial here. Something to bounce off of.
Brian looking for his first win here.
It's close. That's a good Jason Ives guide right there.
There it
Yeah.
is. Yes. Well done, son.
Who's that good guy Darty placed there? 4 inches from the double.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Mm.
That's how I do it.
Well, he hit the double afterwards.
So there will be a no skunk. Brian did get his win.
All right, nice job, Mr. Brian.
Now we can all just get serious and smoking and giving that great send off.
Yeah. Even Joe's smiling at that one. That was a good dart.
Go to cricket here for the next 2 legs.
And I'm telling you, he's going to start feeling good about himself. If he gets out to a quick start, Joe's going to be in trouble.
Oh yeah, when Brian's confident and rolling. He's already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he gets that rhythm going.
Raymer did mention Brian's great looking Where's Waldo shirt on. He came prepared, hitting 2 trip 20s. Starting. Look at you go. You commentated on darts a little bit, haven't
I've
you?
done this, I'll tell you. Yeah, you know, it's not so much, I mean, I know a little bit about darts, but it's people that play in the castle, right? So you see after 3-4 games, they start getting comfortable, and then if they hit a big shot, like he hit that double 16, then they start feeling good about themselves and they shoot really well.
Did the tablet freeze? That 7 mark didn't come on. Brian finally hit a 7 mark and didn't.
He's probably,
Or did he not hit enter?
yeah. there you
Nah,
go.
I didn't hit enter.
What
It's like
Joe-
hitting a
Joe
button.
get 5 there, maybe?
It's like hitting a button. Nobody can hit a button.
No, just 3. Looks like that one might be in a triple.
They hit a 7 mark, so.
I'm a joke.
Oh,
Found his 19th in 01, lost him in cricket.
you know.
We appreciate all of you tuning in for the full Monty send-off. Happy Mother's Day to all the dart mothers and other mothers out there. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to come watch us and listen to us. Give us a like, share.
I was thinking last weekend we went to Game Time City, and I tried to think back, and I don't think that Brian and I have ever actually played together in a tournament. Roomed together all the time and traveled together and hung out and drank and probably passed out together. But I couldn't think of a time we'd ever played in a tournament together. I played with his wife all the time.
That sounds good.
And, yeah, right. I played with his wife and one of his sons in the last month. Tournament's fun.
Yeah, well,
Keeping
And,
it in the family.
strangely, we just got tagged by YouTube.
So it was my pleasure this weekend. We got to play the Trips Cricket blind draw. I saw it was me and him and JRW.
How'd you guys do?
We won. We
Oh,
got,
look at
we
that.
got the flight gods came through for us, and Lee flighted out a 3rd dart to beat us.
Oh, you beat Lee.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I
that was
tell you
the
about
one
time-
event I kind of
Yeah.
lost, but I mean, I
You
wouldn't
beat
mind
me.
losing the 2 great guys that are here now.
You beat Lee. I thought you won everything last weekend, Lee. Apparently not. Apparently you started out the
We
weekend
won
as a
everything. You
loser.
didn't play with Guy.
Oh my.
Nah, we were joking Sunday afternoon because Lee and Ashley and Jen and I played on the 4-person team event.
Yeah.
And I missed was it 105 out, I think, that cost us the king seat match. And we walked back, Lee walked back and did a shot, and I was laughing. I was like, look, I'm the only one that can beat you this weekend. I beat you in the trips, and then I just beat you in the team event when I was on your team.
Yeah. A big shout out to, I mean, we were there streaming there, obviously. And a big shout out to Guy and Kim and.
They did a great job.
Yeah, it was. You know, Jason's kind of overseeing the whole thing. It was a great event. Ran
It's
on
actually a
time.
great venue. I like Mose River. I was there
Yeah.
for the mat in there. I mean, the staff is great. They take care of you.
The staff was fantastic, and the food was really good too. To be honest
Well,
with
that's the advantage of having it at a bar instead of a hotel or
Yeah.
another venue. You don't have the crappy catered state dart food in
you. Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You
No, I was.
actually get good bar food.
It was good. It was a really good event. It just ran on time. Nothing went super late. It was. They had a kid named Sebastian there that was kind of overseeing the brackets.
Yeah, Sebastian Moreno.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Good kid.
He was actually a guy in Lee's 3rd. They all drew each other.
Yeah.
We had, it was a pleasure meeting him, playing with him. It was actually a good weekend that I played with a lot of different people. I wasn't playing the Trips event Saturday morning, and I ended up filling in for Jeff Coey and playing with Tommy Miller and Pat McCrum, who had never really met Pat. And he shot great, and it just accelerated us winning that event. It was
Well,
a blast.
Pat's a newer C player that doesn't really throw like a C player.
Oh, it's a big trip 18 by Brian there. I'm still watching the game, guys. We're just in the early part of the leg. We're kind of keeping track of what's going on. Big numbers being put up by both these guys. 2-6 and a 2-3. Their averages right now, and that's really good for Steele. Joe's having fun on the 17s, keeping the points up. Brian can't hit a 17 and save his life, but he can hit 18s and 20s. So, but good match.
18s, 20s, and Jaeger bombs, Brian's specialty.
Well, Lee, a big part of the reason you had such a good time this weekend is I wasn't playing at all. I had to stream the whole
appreciate
damn
that.
thing. But Doja had a great weekend too.
Dozer did have one of your fellow commentators
Uh-huh,
and team
uh-huh.
members had a great weekend. He was very consistent.
Well, he had a great weekend so much so he couldn't even commentate. Which, you know, it's good
I
and
mean,
bad.
I did my best. It just
Yeah.
took forever trying to get him over there. But
Oh, no, he's...
it was nice seeing him shoot up. There was a lot. I was very consistent. Dozer was consistent. I would say the second most consistent person that weekend was Ben.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
great seeing Ben
Kirk,
shoot.
Kirk Regal was a monster all
Kurt
weekend.
Regal
too.
shot great. There was
Yeah.
a lot of great
Kirk Regal
darts out
threw all
there.
weekend. We played him in 2 finals, I think. We played him in the doubles finals with Kirby
Yeah.
and in the team finals
Yeah.
with Dozer.
So you guys entered into this, the IDA event coming up?
Mhm.
Who you guys playing with?
I'm currently unset, kind of waiting to see what
Alright.
the averages are and where we fall, and I don't really know how it's going to work out.
Which people keep asking me. I'm trying to work on getting the stats out there for the premiere. So we tried to make a little bit of a pro event since this first tournament for us. We're having it open to everybody. So we try to make some divisions and try to get like a premier event and make it a little more competitive and fun. And so I'm working hard on that. If you guys have questions, you can message me and I will help you out. I will try to get those stats out there for everybody.
So what you gonna do? That you gonna break it down? So is it like a doubles event where you have some pro, the top pro can only get a guy of a certain rating beyond that?
Right, so the way we did it was, we'll just say the whole tournament. So Friday night is an invitational only blind draw. You had
Yeah.
to play in one of the IDA monthly blind draws this
Big
year
trip 18.
Another big trip 18 by Brian there.
to be qualified for that.
Still
And we're
can't
going to
hit
put a lot of
17.
money in there. And then the rest of the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, is open to everybody.
Yep.
Saturday morning at 11, we will have 3 doubles events. You will have your premier doubles,
Okay.
which the way we came up with that was if you have played a IDA still league, and I have still stats for you,
Yeah.
if you average over a 55,
Yeah.
then you're considered a premier player.
All right.
And since it is open for anybody with, we called it best known stats. So if you don't have still stats, any stats I can find for you, if you're basically over a 64 combined, so it comes out to a 30 and a 3-4,
See if Brian can hit a 17 here.
then you are
Yeah, it's still
a
behind the
premier
points.
player. So we went with the premier event, and then there'll be a men's doubles event, and then a women's doubles. And then at 3 o'clock we'll have mixed doubles.
Yeah.
And later that night we'll have a blind draw. I think we're going to try to start it at 7.
Okay.
And then Sunday is our team event. And the way we came up with it is you must have 1 female on your team,
All right.
and then you have a max of 1 premier player. We started to do 2 men and 2 women,
Yeah.
but at our mixed doubles draw we were turning away a lot of guys because there wasn't enough women that were trying to get into darts and get them ready to play steel.
Hey, he hit a 17. He's celebrating.
So you could technically have 3 guys, 3 girls, 4 girls, whatever you want, but you need at least 1 female, a limit of 1 premier player if you want one, and then 2 other players.
Yeah. Okay. Well, folks, if you got all that, write it down, send it into the office. We'll take a look at it.
And that is May 21st, 22nd, and 23rd.
Well, it's at the Thompson House. It's where they're doing cornhole right now, right?
Yeah, they call it the Jungle.
The
Which
jungle.
Matt Bray's doing amazing things over there.
It's another
Mike Mincer's always about darts.
one of ours. One of ours. We got some. We're fortunate to have some really good organizers and get some stuff going. And Matt started that from nothing, quite frankly, and he's doing a fantastic job with it. Joe just beating up on the 17s. Brian hit 1, celebrated. I think it was his 15th dart he shot at him.
He's back there laughing on the stream. That's one thing. No matter what happens, Brian's always going to have a good time.
These averages have only gotten better. We're hitting a 2.5 and a 2.7 now. It's going to come down here probably, just because it's commentator's curse.
Obviously.
But it's a great game of cricket. They're up over 500 points. Still haven't gotten all the wedges shot at yet.
It was a great last dart. I couldn't tell it was a single or triple. It was a triple.
Oh, yeah.
Or treble. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's still, they have to call it treble now, I think.
Yeah. Don't forget we
State
have
law.
Little England.
But then, I mean, it is Indy. We got 4 great vendors. I tell everybody we're lucky. You can, if you don't like somebody, you can drive a mile down the road to another bar and have a big ad. And we're blessed with darts. And I've met some amazing people in darts. I met Brian and Emily and their family through darts. I met Joe and Ben through darts. It's one great big family, and that's basically why we're doing this, to send off one of everybody's favorites.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I don't know anybody that doesn't like Brian. Emily, I know several, but I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody.
Well, Emily may be one of them.
Emily is the only one I know that doesn't like Brian. I just kicked your dog, so.
He's going right at bulls here. Yeah, he can't hit a 17 to save his life. That's probably the 20th dart he shot at the 17s.
Let's see if Joe can finish this off. Well,
I'll tell you, after this leg,
He didn't like where that dart was hanging on.
after this leg, we're going to switch out. We're going to let Ben go get his mind ready to plan, because he could be up, and after the following leg, he could be up a little bit later, but we'll see. But we'll get either Emily or Jennifer
huge
on
double
the
behind
headset.
right there. And he missed another 17. He's going to get that. I would open up next great game with 17s. All
Yeah, really. If I was playing against him, Ben, quite frankly, just shoot at the 17s.
In 19s.
That's right.
Is that in there? That looks like a double.
That's a double.
Joe didn't look sure either.
That's it. That's a game, isn't it?
Oh, really?
Yep.
Looks like
It was like the game to make it 4-1. They'll play another game of cricket, and if Joe
Who
wins
you
that
bringing
one-
on my spot, Jason?
All right, why don't you come on in, Miss Emily? Have a sit down.
Yep.
Let's have a chat.
Yeah.
Let's
Alright,
talk
thanks,
to
guys. I will see you later, and we'll go get
Ben,
talk
best
to
of
the
luck to you,
lady,
brother.
all of us
Don't
complain.
let up on him.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I just about got it in
It
time.
was there.
Miss Jennifer,
Made a
come in
bunch of
and sit
noise.
down. Everybody give a big round of applause to Emily coming and sitting down. I'm sorry.
Ash is bringing alcohol.
Hey, let me tell you right off the bat, Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you.
That's the second time I told you that today, by the way.
Yeah, it
I
is.
tell you what,
You
I'm a
must
hell
be
of
a
a nice
friend. I
guy.
ain't told her Happy Mother's Day.
Oh,
Why did it make me
I
look
know he
bad?
gave a shout out to everybody but me.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I'm kind of
No,
blaming
he
you
didn't
for
shout
us
me out
having to
either.
do this with Brian, so.
All right, Emily, I've been dying to ask you.
Yeah.
Tell me about all the lies you've been telling Brian today.
Actually, I haven't told him any. He knew that he was getting a surprise, and
All right,
That's about it.
let's start from the beginning. When did you find out what was going on?
I think it was Friday.
Friday? And who told you?
Ben.
Ben did?
Yeah, he asked me what.
Well, you ratted him out pretty quick.
Yeah.
You didn't even hesitate on that. Who told you I was Ben? It was Ben. He sold me the drugs, sir.
No, he just said, "Do you have plans on Saturday?" And I was like, "Nope." And he goes, "That really wasn't a question. It was a statement." Like,
Okay.
okay.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. It's an honor to have you. We're all going to miss you like crazy.
Thanks.
We're just thankful that we have a place to go stay in Florida now.
Yes, you do.
Look at Joe here. Go for the 9 mile. Oh, that's all right, though. Nothing wrong with those darts. 19
Yeah, I'm
and
just
17.
kidding. I don't blame you for him leaving, but it's sad. I'm going to lose my buddies. You
Yeah.
too, you included.
Now, is there something you think you'll come back and visit to see the other kids? Because some of the
Oh,
kids
yeah.
are staying here, right?
Oh yeah, we'll be.
I mean, so it's not like a felony warrant out for you.
No.
You're actually allowed
I'll
back in
actually.
the state.
We'll actually be back in August for state.
Okay.
Indiana State. So
Are you staying with us?
staying with you or getting a hotel room.
No, you're staying with us.
That's Miss Ferris asking Emily off mic where's she staying at. So Joe's just cruising, really.
Yeah. He's really he's a good friend, but he's a bad friend at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he knows that if he takes it easy on Brian, Brian will be happy about it.
Yes.
He likes
Well-
being pushed. He likes.
And Brian's probably still in a little bit of shock. Do you think he was surprised, Emily, when he got?
Totally. I'm surprised he wasn't crying when he was on the.
No, we
mic.
don't. No, we don't want to make people.
Not yet.
cry.
That'll be after we get done interviewing
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
That will be crying then.
No, we don't want to make people cry. That's not the right thing. Now,
Oh,
some
no,
of the people
it's
that
just-
play, the way they play, they should be bawling.
Yeah, but he's really like an emotional person.
You
so.
know, I understand. No,
He tells me I'm cold-hearted and
I understand.
And he's the crier.
So, just to be clear though, you knew leaving the house today that he was going to go play darts.
Yeah.
And not only did you not bring his darts, but you let him wear that shirt.
I couldn't find him. I couldn't find his darts.
Yeah.
I had found them in the bottom of my purse, and I was like, whose darts are these? Like, why are just random steel tip darts in my purse? And come to find out, he's like, oh, I just threw them in there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, here you go. And I don't know what he did with them. I don't know if he packed them. I couldn't
Alright.
find them.
Alright.
And then I couldn't just say, hey, go change your shirt, because he'd have been like, why do I
He
need to
does
change?
ask a lot of questions, but he said last night, I told him to make sure he didn't have any plans, which he went and got a sub for league, which
Yep.
he really didn't want to because he's one of them people. He loves playing league. He loves committing to everything. That's why everybody likes him so much. But he did get us a sub so he could come and
Well,
Be
Joe's just
surprised.
cruising on this leg, by the way. Joe's cruising all the way down, not making it exciting at all. But well, I'm glad it all worked out, and big ups to Lee who did all this and put it all together.
I appreciate it. Thanks for
Big ups
letting
to
me
Lee.
have it here.
Actually,
and
Joe
being a part
and
of
Jess almost let it slip what was going on today last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so their daughter Journey asked Jess, something, and she's like, I have to work a double tomorrow, and your dad's going to play, and then she just stops and looks at me, and she's like, crap. So then their daughter turned around and asked Joe, so where are you going to play at tomorrow? And Joe almost said it, and he was like, Journey, quit trying to get me to tell my secrets.
There you go.
So it did almost get spilt last night, but
I kind of figured, I really did think that he would find out by the end of last night. But
actually everybody kept it pretty quiet.
All
Everybody
right.
was taking pictures.
right, and we seen that on Facebook. We appreciate everybody that sent in pictures, especially the 45 you sent.
I did not send
It
45.
was close, 44. We were right there.
Yeah, we have a limit how many pictures we can put on the slideshow.
That's why I said pick your best. I have so many.
All right, guys, I have got to let Crumbs outside. So you guys talk amongst yourselves for a split second.
Well, I'm just going to ask questions about where you're moving to, when you're moving,
Why?
We're moving.
why.
We're moving to Palm Coast, which is just south of Jacksonville, so it's in between St. Augustine and Daytona Beach Shores.
do you need anything?
I am wonderful, thank
We're
you.
moving. Brian's dad wants to be where it's warmer, and we weren't going to let him move by himself. I wanted to be closer to my daughter and my grandkids who are in Florida. I'm sad that my boys aren't coming. We tried to talk them into coming, but they were like, no, Mom,
Right.
we're staying. And I was like, okay.
It's a big bull from Joe, so I believe that is a match of 5-1, and Brian will now be playing Ben next. I'm sure they'll get a couple shots in the beer in them and take a bathroom break, and then they'll get it started.
Yeah, but Brian does blame.
cry later.
He's saying that we're forcing him to go, and we told him we're not forcing you to go. If you want to stay, you stay. He goes, well, if I want to stay married,
Right.
I guess
Well, at
I'll
least that
go.
means he likes you and he loves you and your marriage, but I think he really does want to, me personally, I think he is
Is it
ready
over?
to work for himself.
He is.
It is over.
He is. He doesn't want to leave his friends.
Right.
And
Which that's always hard, especially like we said, you guys are so tied into the dart community. You've been here for so long. You know so many, it's a lot of people that you're leaving.
yeah.
But we don't blame you guys, even though we joke around and say we do. We'll miss you. And we hope that both of you and everybody in the family has a great time. Well wishes. And I'm sure we'll see you from time to time. Obviously, I have a reason to go to Florida now, so
Yes.
it's perfect.
Everybody keeps telling me. I told them that they're coming to visit us. Told Brian we're gonna have to get a calendar. Where it's gonna look like a breakfast. If someone's
You'll
gonna
never
be there
be
every
alone,
week.
I guarantee you that. So, what, for people that don't know Brian that much, which is not very many people, you said he's been playing 24 years. You guys started when you was both 21?
21, 22.
21. What do you think, or what is your favorite darts moment with your husband, or what do you think his favorite one is?
I don't really know. I mean, we've won a lot of first places. We've won first place in Vegas for Darts Live in a 4-man team. He just got second place last weekend with Jen in level 2, and they're both like, oh my god, this is my favorite trophy. So, I don't know. He's just really easy to be around.
Right.
I know when you all hear us talk to each other, we're always cussing each
Right.
other out, but that really
It
just
happens sometimes.
it really just drives us both to. I mean,
Right. Well, it's like I remember, I think the first tournament I ever played with you was a Just Arts mixed doubles, and that was the first time ever you didn't play with Brian, and then we ended up winning that one. So
yeah, there was a lot of people a little salty
yeah,
about that
well,
because we were
they'll
like,
get used to that.
it was like level 2, and we were the top of the bracket, and everybody was kind of.
That was before I was sexy and amazing. You shot great and carried me, and I believe that was actually really one of my first tournaments that I did really good in.
Yeah.
So, is there? I really have no questions. Give us a like and share on this. We're gonna get. Ben's gonna start warming up here in a minute. We'll
All right,
get
Emily,
that one
switch over to
started.
James.
We're gonna switch Emily out, even though we enjoyed talking to her. And since I ran out of questions, we're gonna bring in
Little
Brian's little mini me. So James will be joining us here in just a second.
Alright, folks, this is Jason. I'm back with you. Well done, Lee and Emily.
Thank you.
You'll be happy to know Combs went outside, got a treat. I worked the system, went outside and got
me a treat.
Yeah, I went outside too and got me a treat too. So. We welcome to the mic Mr. James Montgomery. James, thanks for joining us here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, one thing to make it clear, folks, to all those that said, yeah, can I come watch? The rule was each player's allowed to bring one guest, and anybody with the last name of Montgomery is allowed to show up. So James came out and wants to watch Dad play darts. James, what's going through your dad's head right now?
He's a little flustered. He didn't he wasn't prepared for the day.
He wasn't at all. Huh? How surprised? Do you think he was genuinely surprised? Yeah.
He definitely didn't know where he was going.
Now, we talked about it on the stream. We kept posting that we had a man in the car. And you were our man in the car. You texted me at 4:45 saying you're on the way, which got me a little bit worried because, quite frankly, not even everybody was here yet. Never mind stuff being powered up. So, what was said in the car on the way over? What was that all about?
We sat at Circle K for a minute. Mom said we can't be there before 5:15, and we literally sat in the car in the parking lot, just sitting there. And Dad's like, "What is going on? Why can't we go from here?"
Well, you know, I guess I gotta work on my pre-planning just a little bit.
Oh, no, it was fine. It was fine. So you pulled down my street, at which point Dad's got to figure out something's up, right?
Yeah.
And what did he say then?
Well, he didn't know where he was going. We told him that we was meeting at Sean McPeak's house, which
Okay.
is fairly close from here.
Yep.
And Mom said, we're 2 minutes ahead of schedule. We're going to be there at 5:13. And I was like, yeah, that's close enough. Just keep going.
Right.
He pulled over on the side of the road and literally sat there, and people were going around us. I was like, just go. It's 5:13. It's totally close enough.
I love you, Mom, for many reasons, and that being one of them right there. All right, I'm going to go get the board set up. You two talk amongst yourselves. I don't know if you guys have met each other or not. But talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to get the board set up. We're going to get this game going. Looks like we already got the piddle on, so we'll see where we go from there. All right, I'll be right back.
Alright, so again, I know you guys have been watching. For new people tuning in, we are doing a full Monty send-off. I am currently sitting with his young mini-me of him, who happens to, since me and you are on the mic, be better than Brian. But he is staying here, so we get to hang out with James forever, and we're giving Brian a full send-off. He wanted to play in the castle, and we thought what better chance to let him play against some of his good friends that he enjoys hanging out with that was available on Mother's Day to play with. They are playing a race to 5. He just currently got beat by Joe, who was very mean to him, beating 5-1. But I think Brian's starting to relax a little bit. He's going to come into this. And I'm really going to throw you under the bus. However, Ben agreed to it earlier when we were talking that Brian is Ben's nemesis. It's his kryptonite. He can't beat Brian. So, since you're here, and you told me that earlier, what do you think the score of this is going to be?
Dad definitely found a set of darts that he liked out there, so he's definitely feeling a little bit more comfortable. He's got some practice in, so I think it's going to be close in this match. I think it might be.
Uh-oh.
That's a rough one.
Now you got to make a call. I mean, come on.
I'm not gonna push it too. I would say like 5-1.
5-1 in Dad's favor.
Yeah. I mean, if I was you saying that, if I'm saying that, I'm gonna say like 5-0 in Ben's favor just to push Brian.
It's probably gonna be a 5-3 in Ben's favor.
5-3 in Ben's favor.
It's
You
my
heard it.
father. I love him to death, but
So you just bet against your father.
no, I did.
I understand you love him to death, but you just bet against him. It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a lead after 6 darts. We're getting this. Jason's working digital
Yeah, you
here
know.
to get this set up for you.
Usually there's 3 of me, right? And there's one, and I'm just trying to get everything working. So bear with me, guys. You've seen a little bit of how the sausage is made. But,
Well, you probably know him best, buddy. So, what's your favorite dad story you have that involves darts or not even involves darts?
My favorite dad story was 2 years ago, level 1 state. We won doubles.
Nice
cricket.
time, my Brian.
That was very sentimental to us. We both cried after the win. It was definitely touched home.
Getting you all teary-eyed right here, buddy.
We lost 2 games the whole bracket. We were both shooting well. Carried in. We hit the cutoff. Friday night came into Saturday, finished it off. We lost 2 games the whole bracket.
I obviously wasn't there that weekend. Well, so you guys have played darts together for how long?
I've been playing darts for 6 years now. He used to beat me left-handed, right-handed, old scorpion board in the living room.
Yep. Do you remember the very first time you beat him?
I definitely do not. It took a
Could
while.
you just make up a time that sounds good? How
You
about
just
that?
say like
Yeah.
August 2nd.
Yeah. It was 2:28.
2000.
It was thundering outside.
Yeah. And then he got mad at me and he threw the couch across the room.
Yeah, something dramatic. Yeah, there was cops involved. All right. Well, James, thanks for the role that you played today. I really do appreciate it. You're a big help. If you don't mind, put the headset down, pass it over to Mr. Joe Moore. Let's talk about his latest victory.
Give us a like and share for the full money send-off. Brian is moving to Florida to make his father's and wife's wishes that they wanted come true, because he's a hell of a guy. And we decided to give him a match against 3 of his good friends that were available today, which was Joe, who just beat him 5-1 and was very mean to him, but we all plan on doing that to him. And he is playing Ben now, and I will have the honor to play him after this match with Ben. And what's up, buddy? Get you in there.
I really appreciate you guys letting me play him before he got his head right.
He has definitely quadrupled his stats in this 01 game than he did all the games against you, buddy. So.
Well, welcome to my Joe Moore. Joe, thanks for making the trip up here to come play the castle tonight. We really do appreciate it. How was it out there?
It was great.
What's the temperature in the room? Was he nervous? Were you nervous? What's going on? How much alcohol is being consumed?
Well, a little bit. It was nice. It was comfortable. It took Brian a minute to find a set of darts he liked.
Well, he found all these 17s that he could have used against you in one cricket game.
Yeah, really. And if he hit that many last time, quite frankly, would still be playing.
Yep.
But Ben's suffering like everybody else does here. Right out of the gate, you takes a minute to get used to things. It may take Ben a game or 2 to get up to speed.
And it's hard when he's already played a match now. And granted, Joe kind of put it on him and didn't make it last that long. So.
Yeah, he's had 5.
But he had time to
matches.
warm up,
Yeah,
and Ben
yeah.
hasn't yet. So, but I think Ben will come in here and give him a good match. It'll be a great match.
Yep,
It's
yep.
nice seeing Brian finally settle in a little bit and shoot well here. Hopefully he shoots the 16s.
I need to find him a shirt.
So I've asked everybody. Look at, he's getting confident going double right there, I think. Or it's just a bad marker dirt. So I've asked everybody, buddy, what is your favorite or your best Brian and darts moment with you, or that you've seen? If you have one out of
I really
many
enjoyed
years.
playing team dart with him in Vegas. It was great. We had a blast.
How'd you guys do?
We did really good. We beat a team that Brian actually almost got us stowed out on. They got mad, said we were sandbagging.
Yeah, great. There you go.
He's emotional like that. He will defend
But he
himself
is-
and his team any.
He definitely
Any
will do
chance.
that.
I've been here with a great first start. 57 left, 17 tops. Tops for the win. Oh,
Joe hit that a few times to beat Brian, which I called out on the stream, just saying, throwing that out there.
Check
You never
out-
did throw the wrong out this time, buddy. You
Exactly.
shot all the right
yeah,
doubles.
yeah, but you didn't do math really well. You
No.
scored a 26 and you scored a 24.
That is
Oh, I
true.
did?
Yeah.
We caught that. We got it on tape.
Well, I
Don't worry
scored
about
a
it. We'll talk
90
about it.
once, and it was really 85. That's why I took 5 off of that my next score.
Oh, that's you being fair.
That makes
Being
sense.
fair, like.
Oh, there's a big dart for Bristol Montgomery. Takes that first leg. That's all right. Kind of expected,
I
though.
think Chance is right. I think Brian is Ben's kryptonite.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
And sometimes when you just have that person's number, you shoot great. And he gets to start this because
Yeah,
there's
he's got the
alternate
darts.
starts.
Yeah, we are a piddle the first round, first leg, and it's open after that. It's kind of like a steel thing, I guess.
So how long have you known Brian, Joe? And did you meet him in darts? Did you meet him before that?
I met him playing darts. It's probably been close to 25 years.
Have you put, besides, you said NBA and all that, or Vegas, have you played with him a lot? Leagues, tournaments with him?
I played a few tournaments. I played
Yeah,
league
I
with
correct
him.
the score. There you go.
Great time always.
He's one of the guys that as soon as you meet him, he's just somebody you want to be around
yes.
all the time. He'll do anything for you. I think I've moved 4 times and I've only picked up 2 boxes all 4 times I've moved. He's a worker. He moves everything. You call him, he'll drop anything he's doing to come see you and help you out. Emily, the whole family is the same way, but Brian's just one of those guys. He'll help everybody. He wants everybody to have a great time.
Yeah, he's a good egg. One of the good eggs in Indy darts is there's lots of them. There's unfortunately a couple of bad eggs, but he's one of the good ones. We're gonna be sorry to lose him down in Florida, but like I've said before, it's nice to have a good vacation spot to go down there.
It definitely gives me a reason to go now. I'm going to use it to
Well, yeah, I get
my
tired.
full advantage.
It seems like every week on Facebook, someone's down in Florida.
Right.
We should start an Indy darts chapter down there somewhere.
I like it. Brian could be our first one. He can get it going for us.
Yeah, get it going.
Well, I mean, we're going to have to work on him on figuring out how to promote it and everything. But Emily is going with
And
him.
how to shoot a
She's on
17.
there.
All right. Well, I tell you what, Ben's darts starting to look a little bit straighter, a little bit firmer now.
This is a close game right here. After 9, both of them shooting 9. 9 darts, that is.
You think fatigue comes into play here? And I played 5 games, and usually after 5 games, you take a break. When does fatigue start coming in? Because you could possibly play 23 games tonight.
I think it does come into play
You're
eventually.
playing steel, right? You're throwing a heavier dart.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know. And there's no, there's no real break. We're making them go right away.
Yeah, it was kind of like the lobby showcase we had. Danny
Yeah.
never really got a break. He got 3 minutes in between matches and had to go right back into it. But he's just a freak of nature, you know what I
Kind of
mean?
used to it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the games go so quick.
Right.
I mean, it was amazing.
But I mean, I think Brian, he's the
It's
type
solid
that he
85
always
for him.
wants to go. You know what I mean? And when he does get that break is when we all poke fun of him about
Yeah.
falling asleep in the
Yep.
middle of a tournament draw and then he coming back and wins.
Yeah.
But I think I think right now he's running on full emotion.
Oh yeah. Well, the adrenaline
He's
kind of
emotion about his darts. He's emotion
Yeah.
about what's going on, but it's just adrenaline pumping, and he's running on pure emotions.
Ben is a big scorer here. Get him down to a nice out.
So I think he'll be fine. I don't think he'll tire out.
Yeah, it looks like it's 60.
That'll leave him 134. Brian's sitting on 221. We want to set up an out. We know he can't hit 17s, but if he hit 3, he would have the big fish. But there's a big trip 5 to try to get him started. So what
Well, there. Picked up a double 20. That's the way to go, apparently.
did you guys talk a lot out there when you was playing together? I seen you
Yeah.
laugh a few times
We
and
did.
everything. Did either one of you notice that there's an out chart next to the line, to the right, hanging
No.
up on the wall?
I did not.
We kind of mentioned that a few times, trying to
Yeah.
poke fun of you guys just a
There's a
little
big
bit.
last by Ben right there. He leaves himself tops for the win. See if Brian can answer.
Did he seem like he was enjoying it? Did he
He
have
did.
full emotions out there? Was he excited?
I'll tell you right now, he's having a problem. His first start keeps going off to the left. Oh, corrected on the third one. Could be a problem. Let's see what Ben can do here. His first shot at an out. Ooh, that's low, and I gotta change the camera.
I'll say.
There it is on second dart,
I
though.
started to say you got to go 5. I'm glad he hit it before I said that. But.
All right, so 1-1. Ben's comfy.
And he gets to start, and he breaks back immediately after Brian beat him the first leg, and he's starting to come into it. I think this is going to be a really good match. But, I'm trying to think of questions, actually.
So, Joe, what are you doing in your dark career right now? What are you playing at? What leagues are you doing?
I'm not playing no leagues right now.
Yeah.
Just playing a few draws.
You going to be playing in that idea coming up next weekend?
No.
No.
Do you have to be qualified for that?
You do not. Actually, if you played in an IDA blind draw this year in 2021, which I believe the first one was in January at Sidelines, which was a Phoenix bar, and then we had one in Night Owls, and I honestly can't tell you all the places, so I probably shouldn't even started talking off like that.
We had a bunch
But,
of sidelines.
But you have to play one of those to be qualified Friday. But for Saturday and Sunday and all the doubles, mixed doubles, and team event, it is open to everybody. We wanted to let everybody have a chance to come in and see what the IDA is doing after Raymer and Shy took over. They're doing great things for steel darts. I mean, all the vendors are doing great things for darts. But
Now, since I've not played no leagues, how would they rank me?
so the
Glad
way,
that's a perfect segue, Joe.
so
Because
the,
Lee's covered that already. Go on, Lee.
but everybody needs to know because I've received 15 messages about it. So if you have played an IDA league with us, which we have running at Thompson House, Whiskey Bent, Night Owls, and we're starting a few more locations we're picking up.
You notice he can't answer the question without promoting some other stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You notice that? I mean, he's
He's a
just
good
he's a born
yeah,
promoter.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to
If
live
he had
good.
hair, he'd look just like Don King. I swear.
But if you have one of our still leagues and you played with us in our still leagues, I have your still stats. If you average over a 55, which I went through all, Shy sent me a still dart like manual from way back in the day when darts first started. And I broke it down and figured it out. About a 55 average is what they consider a pro. You take out 27 darts, take out a 1, you're shooting pretty good. Comes out to like 18 points a round, something like that. But we'll get past all that. If you're a 55, you're considered a premier player, which obviously we're opening it up to everybody to answer your question about if you didn't play a league with us. We'll go off your best known stats that you have published anywhere. And if you're a 64 combined, you will be a premier player, which comes out to a 30 and a 3-4. So if anybody ever needs to know, if you need to know what you are, just try to find your highest stats, or you can message me and I'll let you know. But
You
if
know,
you're a
that's,
30 and a 3-4, you're basically a premier player.
you know, that's one of the great things that we've learned about darts here in the last couple of years is that if you're good at soft tip darts, you're gonna be good at steel tip darts. You are.
Shit.
Right?
You at least know the game, you know how to play.
There's not the player out there anymore that's only good at one and not good at the other.
Right.
There's lots of players that are only good at one and haven't tried the other.
Or don't have the confidence. I'm one of the people who don't
Yeah.
have the confidence and still, but I still know what I'm doing. But it's a big thing. I'm going to get killed for saying that, especially on the live stream. But I always say darts is darts. Steel's different. Steel and soft is different, but darts is darts. You're always, you know what you're doing. So it's nice to be able to try to combine them a little bit but keeping them separate, which is what Shy and Mark try to do.
And
so
the whole
much.
board, to be fair.
Right.
I mean, look, I love Shy and Mark. They're doing a fantastic. I'll do anything I can to support them. But that whole board is pitching in and doing quite a lot of work.
Right.
Yourself, Jesse. Who else is on that board right now?
Right now it is Mike McKinney,
Yeah.
Debbie Hughes,
Yeah.
Jenny Higgs,
Yeah.
and then obviously you said me and
Jess?
Mark and Shy.
Is
Jess
Jack-
Holiday. Jack Harrell just joined the board about a month and a half ago. And then Michael Mincer is on the board right now. One of the guys donates so much to the
Yeah.
IDA
Good.
raffle, so he's on the board. And we're picking up a lot of new locations that they're all getting really involved in it, and they're all excited on what's going on. It's just going to grow more.
Well, that's great. No, that's fantastic. It's
And
good to see.
there's people out there that even that is not on the board that still love Steel and want to promote it, as in you and Tim Neal, done great things trying to promote it and always talking great about the IDA and the Steel in its game itself.
Right, I'm going to shout it out here. I'm going to start out with the 18s. Trip 18, next one. Trip 18? Trip 18? No, a single 5.
But
So
there's
it's gonna be
also all our
85 now?
vendors that, they're in the bar locations that are trying to get us involved with them just for
True,
more
true.
people, because they're all about darts. Indy's all about darts, so it's great things.
All right, so Brian's going to find himself with 70 left. I did my math right. Band's going to start us out here. 137. Let's first look at an out.
I'm shooting trip 19 here, I think.
No, I'm just happy for the idea. I'm happy for the steel tip players in Indianapolis, and again, you can't thank Mark and CJ enough for what they're doing. They're doing fantastic.
And they do so much stuff behind scenes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're actually on the
Big
scenes
last
and
pipe in there.
everything, but they do so much
Need some
behind the
tops.
scenes, and they just enjoy it. I mean, they do it for nothing. They do it just for a simple fact of the love of the game and the people here, the darters.
Lee, you got 70 left. Where you going?
Me personally, I'm shooting at the trip 10 because I like tops.
Alright.
But I believe Brian might go 18s.
Yeah, I hope so. No, he went your way. Tops
See
for
if
the
it works
win.
out.
Double 10 for the win. Yeah, look at that. That's our biggest out of the night, folks. 70 out by Brian. Takes a 2-1 lead.
It was a beautiful 70 out, which he also could have went 18s there to leave double 8 if he hit the triple.
That's a great dart.
But this has been 3 straight legs. Has been breaks the whole way through. So let's see if Brian can get this last 0-1 game before they move to cricket and take a 3-1 advantage over his kryptonite. Or over he has Ben's kryptonite.
Who's going to get the advantage in cricket this, right? So you go to cricket. Joe, let me ask you to start out with. When you started going to cricket, who got the... How'd you feel when you switched over to cricket?
I was pretty confident, even though Brian hit his only trip 20s.
Yeah.
When we started.
He opened up big, didn't he?
Yeah.
He opened up big on you. Now you lost the last 0-1 game, and then you lost the first cricket game.
No, I won the first.
You won the first cricket game.
And he did get him 5-1.
Yeah.
But Brian started off great with that 7 mark,
He
and
did.
then he couldn't hit 17s. He came back on the 17.
I tell you, did you save your 20s for cricket?
We noticed he started shooting 19s
Yes.
in 01 and was hitting a whole lot. Did
Yes.
you have something to say
I
about that?
did.
Tell him to shoot something
I did.
else, or
I mean, there was a couple times he was at the 20s and he was in the 12. He said, I keep pulling it.
we call that a cleavy dart.
Yeah, it's
And
like-
an IDA and dart, steel
Just
darts.
relax and play. Shoot 19s.
Right. If something's
Yeah.
not working, go somewhere else. Get your
Yeah.
mind out of it.
Well, he went over to 19s and started killing them.
He did. He really did. The number he couldn't hit was the 17.
Yeah.
Which they're, I think they both put a little pressure on themselves here with keep breaking each other, trying really hard. But Ben finally found a nice trip 20 right there on his last dart.
Brian did hit a low score on 7, and then I had to top it with a 3.
We did see that, and I'm not going to say we made fun of you guys, but there was a few jokes that was cracked about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I'm sure. Brian says, well, that's going to give them something to talk about.
We was running out of things until then. We were running out of some stories and everything. Again, for everybody that's tuning in and everybody that's been watching, we appreciate you taking time out of your Mother's Day and your holidays and joining us to give Brian Montgomery and Emily and all them, even though it's just Brian on the stream, a full Monty send-off since they are leaving us and moving to Florida. We got 3 of his good friends, Brian's good friends, that was available to play today, which Joe is on the microphone with me right now. We appreciate you coming out, buddy.
I wouldn't miss it for nothing.
And he is playing a race to 5. They'll play 401s, 2 crickets, and 301s. There's a race to 5. He played Joe, and Joe was the great friend to let him know that just because he's leaving, we're not going to take it easy on him and beat him 5-1. But Brian's finally finding his groove here and giving Ben a great match, and he's actually up right now to the 1. And then after this match, you will finally not listen to me anymore, and I will go give a hell trying to beat Brian and give him one good send-off. So we appreciate you guys joining us and like and share. We'll get some other people on the microphone here in a little bit, but I know you was a little nervous about being on there, being commentating.
Yeah.
It's easy when you're just making fun of Brian.
Yeah. It does make it a little easier.
So Ben's sitting on 122. I'll ask you, I'm shooting 18, but where would you start out on 122?
122. I'm probably going trip 20.
Trip 20? Alright, is that because that's what you would shoot soft tips, since you premier soft tip, or?
Well, I mean, no, soft tip I'm going bull.
Right. Well, obviously, because you shoot the bulls, not the 20s. So, just saying that, I'm just throwing it out there. I shoot 18s. A lot of people shoot 18s because if you hit 4 18s, it's 72, and it leaves you the bull out. If you hit a fat 20, it leaves you 102, which you don't have an out still, so it's a double out. Just for a little, throw that in there for
There
you.
you go. See, that's
Give
why
you a
I'm
little
not
bit.
a yes.
But you did shoot.
I'm a rookie.
You did shoot great. You actually had good stats for playing in the match here, and you had great matches the last time you played.
You know, I really enjoy playing. I am going to start playing more.
Right.
I would like to play a league because there again, you made a good point with that. 18. I didn't know that.
Right. There's smarter ways to shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you hit, obviously it was a great shot because you hit. But everybody knows that.
Yeah,
But
but
there's smarter ways to shoot things, and that's the one thing about the IDA and actually all these locations is not a lot of people are in still. They're just getting into still, and it's nice learning your outs and
it's
learning
like-
the game different because it is a different game even though it starts.
when I'm playing plastic, everybody goes bull, double 13 on 126. I don't do that. I go bullseye 19, trip 19.
Right. And that's the smart one. It's the same thing in here on 126. Your shot is either the bull or the 19 because it does leave you that out shot.
Yeah.
So it's just taking it and putting both games together and figuring it out.
Right.
And Brian's mainly a soft tipper, but he does play still here and there. So I actually called a couple of his shots and said he's going to shoot this, and he actually shot the right shot. You did too. Kind of amazed us a little bit over. We was poking
Pretty sure
fun a little
the
bit.
right out is not double 17. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that.
Especially with Brian, since we did watch him miss 15, 17 or 20, 17, something like that. But, you know, Ben's going to give him time. Ben likes to be a good friend and give him a little bit of time here. Let's see if Brian can get a 3-1 lead. And he's good at taking them odd outs out, though. And there it is.
There it is. Look at that.
And didn't curse nobody. Look, I'm starting to learn on this commentating stuff. Ben will
Nice
have the
job.
start in cricket here, though, so if he can have a big round, that's going to put a little bit of pressure on Brian. We'll see what happens. Again, we appreciate you guys tuning in on this holiday. Great Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you out there watching. Ben, it's a nice format. We appreciate you joining us, and you can like and share. If any of you have anything you would like to
Yeah,
ask Brian,
up to
or
50 of
wanna
you guys
give us-
watching right now. That's fantastic, guys. We really appreciate the support. If you want to leave a message for Brian, please do on the comments. We'll be sure to read it to him. With 3-1 right now. Moving over to cricket.
I think it's starting to settle in. I appreciate you guys trying to make me work for this. I was trying to take it easy and beat him, but obviously I'm going to have to work for this.
Yeah.
I think he's came into it a lot. He found that set of darts that he's playing with now.
I got him right on.
Warmed him up pretty
Yes,
good.
I got him perfect.
But he's getting confident. He found
You
that
got
set
it.
of darts. He's
You
getting
got him when he was in complete another shot.
I got him before he drank a half a bottle of Crown.
We did watch him on stream. I'm like, I wonder if he's grabbing more darts or if he's taking a shot. Yeah, he's definitely taking a
Well,
shot.
the bottle crown that Doja got me, it's out on the counter. It was 3/4 full at the start of the night.
Well,
I bet you it's
it's
almost
not
gone.
now.
That is one thing everybody that knows Brian will say. If you're with Brian, you're going to have a good night. We're going to
Oh,
go
yeah.
through
Nothing wrong with that.
some devil juice.
These are big darts for Ben right here. He closes 18 in points. He'll be in good shape. There's the close on the 18. He's going down to 17s. I would have gone points there.
Well, he knows Brian can't hit
He
the
doesn't know
17.
Brian can hit
Yeah, that's
17.
true.
He's
That's a
hoping.
good point. Yeah, and hit a 17 yet tonight. Oh my
He did get a double 17 to get this 3-1 lead, though.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have paid attention
That's
to
when it comes.
so
When it's
far.
cricket, look, he's terrible at 17s at cricket. Not that he can hit 16s either.
Good old Brian. We love Monty. That's why we're all so sad that they're leaving us. Ben's trying to put it on him, though. I think he's a little upset that he's went down 3-1 here.
Yeah, I'm going to miss my shot, buddy.
That's definitely something we do. We go to league and draws. It's between you two. I can win a draw for $500 and walk out there with only 50 in my pocket between you and Brian. Well, and the wife. I'm going to throw that out there. I'm sure she's watching. She partakes in that, but that is something. Brian's one of the good ones. You too. We definitely want everybody to have a good time.
Been a little fast on that first dart, Dan. He's still settling before he lets go. He's got the one minute.
I'm going to put pressure on Brian so we can pull
Yeah,
out
he's
some
still running.
15s here.
Still haven't run out the points yet. I'll be tempted, especially if I'm down 3-1. I'd be tempted to run up some points. You know?
Well, there's the thing. Me and Ben have talked before. We've told other people. Still, it's kind of like, in a way, playing on a 13-inch board on soft tip. Because let's face it, we're all mainly soft tip players. But you get that lead, then the biggest part is 3 fat darts. 3 fat darts puts a lot of pressure on your opponents.
Yep.
Yeah, Ben finally going up, hitting the 20s after he couldn't hit any 15s.
So again, it is a race to 5. They play 4-0-1s and they are in their first cricket game, which will, with a 3-1 lead to.
Brian put up some points on the board there. He's up by 23 points, and that Ben's going to have to go 20s. He was a 4 mark in a 15.
Keeps him 3 down. That's a huge triple.
That's a big shot.
Oh, look at that. That's class right there.
There's your send off,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, nice seeing you. Listen, let me fill up the car for you.
but we appreciate you all joining in. Again, if you want to know anything or if you have stories about Brian, please let us know, and we'll tell him about it and make sure he knows. And then we keep promoting it, but the IDA does have a 3-day event coming up in 2 weeks, May 21st or 23rd.
Well, let's cover some of that. What's on the schedule right now? We got the idea, man. We got state is right around August 14th.
August 11th.
Yeah, it's
I
in
believe it's the
sometime.
19th, maybe is what I read earlier. Somebody asked me earlier. I think it's August 19th. You have Team Dart in Vegas coming up June 16th through the 20s.
A lot of indie players going out there, I understand.
There is this year. There is actually a whole lot of players going out there.
Is it streamed? We seem to be at an impasse here on the.
So the last couple of years it was by Red Eye Rhino and Charles Rare, but I don't know. I don't think he's streaming much anymore.
Okay.
So I don't know if it will be streamed out there or not. Maybe a little bit of to the point streaming might be able to catch up.
Yeah. If they fly me out there
and
for a
stuff.
week.
That's all right. I guess we'll
They
do
get
that
your
if we
flights,
need
I'll
to.
get your hotels for you. We'll make this happen. We'll show them what you guys
There's a reason we
got.
got rid of the indie darts part of her.
That's right. That's right. We'll take our phones and just live stream it Facebook Live.
Right.
See
Just
what
pay
we
us
can
for
do.
that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're just showing the production that we got available here.
We're back. We took a little bit of a break there for a second, folks.
You touch them.
Let's see if Brian can fill up some of these 15s. He needs a lot of points right here.
High five.
But and it's a good first start. But we have that coming up, and then
Yeah, good,
I
another
know
good
there's
format.
some dates. I'll have to look them up. I'll see if I can look them up and mention them here in a minute. But obviously we have Just Arts City coming up, Schaefer Showdown, Schaefer City. All the vendor cities are starting to come up. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, Schaefer Showdown will be Labor Day weekend.
It is Labor Day weekend. We talked about streaming it. They got a local company streaming it. But it's Labor Day weekend. It is in Ohio, of course. But fair play to them. Like, we've had it in Indiana for a long time now.
And I just looked it up. Actually, Just Arts City is August 13th through the 15th.
Just Start City is August 13th through the 15th.
Yes, it is.
When state?
State, I believe, is the weekend after. I believe it's August 19th.
Is
Let
that
me
what we're
be
playing,
correct
Mr.
and tell you
Rose?
that.
State? Are we playing state?
I think we are, sir. I think we're playing state again. We can do our selfie with the cash in hand.
We can.
Yes.
Maybe we'll not have Dave shoot the double 8 when he needs a double 4.
Yeah, we'll try that. See if that works a little bit better this time.
So to confirm, it will be the following weekend after Just Our City. State will be August 19th through the 22nd at the Wyndham.
And we're supposed to be streaming state, so we'll see
Big
that.
things out there. You guys do great things, which we can't never say how proud we are of you guys, and thank you so much for what you guys do. You're one of the most humble, and you always say things, but we really do appreciate what you do.
I
Your whole
thank you
team.
for that. I thank you for that. It is truly a team effort. We have a group chat that constantly goes, and it's for one reason or another. Unfortunately, I seem to be a little bit of the figurehead, but it's a big group chat. These flyers that you see are all done and created by Sean. Tim has built the computers that are coming out to you today. Doja's done a little bit of work with the computers, does a lot of work with the flyers, and is certainly the experienced hand that we need. And also, quite frankly, one of the best commentators we have.
Talking about me?
And then there's me who
You're the flyer guy.
Was he really talking about me?
You're the flyer guy.
Were you talking about me just now?
I was just saying good things about you.
I know you guys can't
I
see
heard
'cause
best
we're on
commentator
the
we have. I
radio
knew that was me.
But one of the team members, Sean, is here. And
Give high
his
five,
lovely
Lee.
wife and
Give me
children.
high five.
Child.
Yes.
I said children. Child.
Sean, Megan, and Sophie stopped by to
Happy
make sure
Mother's
we were
Day.
doing okay. Happy Mother's Day, beautiful.
Yep, happy Mother's
Thanks,
Day.
brother.
Be good.
Yep,
Be
we'll talk
safe.
this week. Guys, love ya.
See you guys.
Good to see ya.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye.
Brian's going to hit 4 18s here
Give her a little kiss on
and
the
close them down and tries to shoot 17. He finally hit another 17.
That's 17 and pretty close.
Yeah, so Ben took the second, or the first cricket game. So it's 3-2 now. Brian's favorite.
This will be the last cricket game, and then they will move to 3-0-1s if it goes that far, because they are playing a race to 5.
Guys, be careful.
We will, thank you. You guys be careful on your trip.
Mistaken.
We'll see ya.
It will be Ben's start in the next 01 game. Is it not? Did Brian start this? Just talking and not paying attention. I do that a lot.
I didn't notice either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brian started
Just
this
hit the
one.
dot by their name. Round one.
I don't see around. But anyway.
Yeah, that's only in that way in 01, not in cricket.
Oh, see. I'm learning something new. That's something I just learned.
I'm here to help.
Appreciate it, buddy. So, but this is a full Monty send-off. We are wishing Brian wanted to play in the castle and never really got the chance because dates didn't match. So Jason put together, asked me to put, or I asked Jason.
Yeah, let's word this right so we can clarify Jason's position. Jason delegated someone else to put it together.
Right. I asked Jason if we could do something for Brian because he asked if he could, or he wanted to play here before he moved. And Jason put me in charge, and I tried to get a couple of his closest friends that he was being around, which there's so many of them. There's 500 of them. But that was available, so I picked myself because I'm like that, and I wanted to be on a stream. But I also wanted to hang out with Brian, of course. And then we picked Joe and Ben, and Joe was being the great friend that we all wanted him to be and Smoke Brian to give him a great send-off and make sure that he knows that we don't enjoy him leaving us, but we wish him the best. And then he's playing Ben right now. So we appreciate Ben and Jen taking time out of their weekend and you, Joe, out of your holiday to come and hang out with Brian and Emily.
No, about an hour ago, didn't Ben say that Brian would only win 2?
Yeah.
He did.
He did. And Brian currently is sitting on 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's got to be in the back of Ben's mind.
I mean, I
If
tried to
it's
go
not-
with the 5-1,
if
so
it's not-
Ben got a more leg on me.
I can run
but,
out there right quick and just remind Ben what he said. We talked about it before, I need a PA system that I have a microphone here that talks into the castle at the same time, into the arena. I think that would be fantastic.
You definitely have to be in charge of that button, though, because we'd probably be out there
Well,
saying a lot of things when people are there.
It would save my fat old ass for him to get up
Well,
and run down there all the damn
Brian did ask me, they can't hear us in there, right? I said, I don't think so.
Well, there is a few mics in the garage. We don't turn them on though.
That's probably
We're
good.
professional.
Yeah.
We got to keep it going.
FCC guidelines and all.
We're
The video-
professional in the garage,
Yeah.
but here on the
Yeah.
stream, we are not professional. I'm not professional at all over here commentating. Brian is well in control of this cricket league here.
Uh-oh. Brian wins this, he goes up 4-2, and he goes back to 0-1. So he's got to win 1 of the next 3 at that point in time. He's kind of in cruise mode right now.
I think we all said it. Ben even agreed to it when he was commentating earlier that Brian's just one of those guys that he can't seem to get past. And you have those in darts. I mean, there's people out there. So, and now I think it might be weighing on Ben a little bit.
All right,
He's
Joe.
shooting there, but
Joe,
Brian
we're going
definitely
to switch
set
you
up
out
his
right
way.
quick for a live interview with Ben's wife.
Well, that really makes me mad.
But Ben's shooting good. Brian just stepped up his game quite a bit in this league.
I was wondering when that was going to happen.
We will see what happens.
Yeah. I tried to get Sean to. He
All
wasn't.
right, well, we welcome to the microphone Miss Jennifer Ferris. Jennifer, how are you, young lady?
I'm
great
good. Good to
thing.
be
The
here.
whole thing just got a lot classier now.
It did.
Right. There's no more
little.
cussing.
We can't.
Everybody,
give
yeah.
everything we
If you're drinking your coffee, stick your pinky finger up.
can.
It just got a whole bunch like Jennifer, thanks for coming out. First of all, like we've been telling everybody, happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you so much.
Happy what? Has it been a good Mother's Day? Did you get breakfast
It's
in bed?
been a wonderful Mother's Day. Ben made sure of that. And the kiddos were so fine with spending a couple of hours with their video games and movies so we could come over and say bye to Brian and
Great start
Em.
from Ben.
That's a great start from Ben. Nah, but he's down 4-2.
He must know I'm on the mic.
Yeah,
He's
Ben
showing
loses.
up.
Ben loses another one. He's in trouble. He's done for. So what was Ben's move? Now Ben was one of the key figures in planning this and getting this all going.
Yeah.
Did he have time to be nervous or worried about playing here at all? Or?
No, not at all.
No?
Ben, this may come as a surprise to some people, but Ben, like Brian, is really emotional. And he and I are both taking this move pretty hard.
You guys have been here all. I mean, obviously we're all friends, but here lately you guys have been hanging out a lot. Like I said, been rooming together at tournaments and just.
Yeah.
Brian and Emily are a magnet to
They
that.
are.
You know, everybody loves hanging out with them, and I do know you're very emotional. And Ben is emotional, even though he puts on that
Everybody in
tough
darts
side.
is emotional.
It is very true.
You know?
But I mean, it is tough. I mean, I've read messages, we're in group messages. You really are taking a little rough, which we all are taking a little rough. That's why I keep blaming Emily so I don't cry. I just figure it's easier to blame her about it. So.
It is, and tonight's not our last night for sure, because even after they're moved, we'll still be together. But I met Brian and Emily before darts, so I formed a friendship outside of darts, and then
How
they
did
were.
that happen? Like, expand on that a little bit as we watch your husband get his ass beat.
I was looking for an opportunity to say good job, babe, but I haven't had it yet. Oh, wait, I speak too soon.
Nah, that's
Well, he's got his old eyes in there too, so he's got to go check.
So now tell us how you met.
So Brian's current employer, it's a long story. So we met through a mutual friend, let's call it that. And
That's a good way to put it. I like it.
he immediately just has that type of personality where you know he's a great guy. We realized that we kind of grew up in the same area, went to the same high schools. I met Emily, and of course we became great friends, and over the last couple of years we play together, we partner swap at Game Time City this last
I'm glad you did that on darts thing there for a minute. We're going a little astray.
at tournaments where Emily plays with Ben and I play with Brian. It's all on the up and up, I promise.
Damn. Alright.
You and Brian did really good at Game Time City while we're talking about that.
And actually, Emily and Ben did
Emily
really
and Ben
good.
did good.
Until they hit the Jones Mack truck.
Well, my
Hey, we
wife's
gave the
ass
Jones
like
Mack
that.
truck a run.
They did give us a run for our money, but you know, my wife, she really don't like any of my friends. I don't know why.
Mhm.
Just to give you guys that little heads up.
Well, and it's not, it's not unnoticeable. She's the wife that's not here.
She is.
She's
That's
on her
every
way.
time I told you she-
Yeah,
She ain't even told me that. She don't like me.
She
either.
don't like me.
First of all, she is not here to defend herself. So
I know. That, why do you think
That's
we're
why,
saying
that's
that?
why we're up.
That's
And
all
we're
right.
too chicken shit to say that's why she's around. You kidding? Hopefully she's not listening.
But you guys have been playing a lot of tournaments together. Getting back to.
Ben Gimel, he's the first one down and out.
Yep, we just finished a trips league with me and Ben and Brian. Emily is my pretty much constant female doubles partner. So
Well, actually, Elizabeth says hi. And she says, hi, beautiful Jennifer Fraser.
oh, hi Ashley
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
See, man, I've done forgot I was on camera and stuff.
Yeah.
That was all good.
Yeah.
We're on camera.
We are on
Yeah.
You're up
camera.
there.
Oh,
You-
for the love.
You doubled it up in our views here. That's why
Yeah.
we figured it out.
We went from 32 to 41 right there. That's Lee math for you, by the way. That's a
That's a good
That's
You doubled it up.
This is a soft tip play.
Yeah,
Forgive
you
me.
know.
All right?
I can't be good at everything.
No, just one or two things wouldn't hurt though. Well, Ben's on a nice out here. Sitting on a 110.
I might.
Oh,
get
that's
to
a
the
solid
top.
dart. That's gonna put him down right now, right there.
What is that?
From 136,
36 scored.
112 left. Yeah, that's a
I talk about their old eyes, but I can't. I'm looking at
It looks like
an 85-inch screen
137.
TV right here, and I still can't see it.
That's 85 inches. We need to check Lee's math
Yeah.
again.
Well, that we need to check Brian's too, because that's a 136, not a 137.
Yeah, that's a 136.
Here he
Brian,
goes.
Brian with the second strike. Oh, looky there. Put himself in a little bit of trouble.
20 left, right?
Yeah. I don't know what he was trying to do that, but he's probably trying to hit a single 10.
When he hit the double 15, I just made a weird face because I was like, oh God, I don't know what he did.
He threw that Jason Ives setup dart right there, but he didn't have another one after it to
Yeah, you bring it
get
up.
the win.
You bring it up when I beat you in the castle.
Let's see if Brian
With a
takes out
double
a great
10.
111.
I wasn't
even though
gonna
he
bring
has
it up,
112
no.
left.
Is it appropriate to call a third dart a setup dart?
Well,
When it's off the
Hey,
board?
okay,
It's a
we're
good marker,
We're
Dirk.
gonna get Jennifer out of here.
Did he triple that? Oh, I think he
A
did.
big double 20 right here for the win.
Oh, right there.
Even though we'll say it one
Yeah.
more time, but he
Still
does
have
have
112
112 left.
That's right.
We'll
Ben-
leave the 40.
Ben
It
sort of
is for
flashed
his
and
going
going
away
with
party. We'll leave him with 40.
I think Ben hits the double 10 here, second dart.
Oh yeah, first time.
Oh, no. That's a little inside. We got a double 5 cam.
You should rename that from double 20 cam, double 5 cam.
We
usually on
is
that
that it?
45.
Is that it?
It looks like it may be in. Let me get the drone cam out. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
Oh, good job,
4-3,
baby.
we're-
I did get to say.
4-3.
We might go the distance here. We might be able to see something.
This
Getting
show
you all
may-
warmed up for me, this is not good for me.
This show may last more than an hour.
My wife might make it before it's over.
Yeah,
I
she-
hope so, because I told her
She's
to
a
bring
terrible
some
driver. She's
special
not
treats.
used to driving and everything. I'm surprised she ain't asked me to come pick her up yet, even though I'm busy. I'm glad I could talk crap to her right now when she's
Well,
not
I tell you
here.
what, she ain't listening. I guarantee you. She's saving
Oh
somebody's
no,
life.
it's probably on in the car.
Ben's
She did
coming
send me a
alive.
Snapchat.
Ben is coming alive.
There he
He
is.
don't
The
want to
big
be
M,
the
baby.
one.
A little momentum going.
He wants me to be the terrible person and give him the great send off. She is definitely on her way, and she is going to make sure Brian has a great send off, apparently.
Alright.
Looking at the
Oh.
Snapchat, so
Oh.
we are about to party, people. But then again, we are sending them off, and we're doing it a small little send off
Oh.
tribute from here because Brian wanted to have a chance to play in the castle before they left. But if you want to give Brian and Emily and them a send off, he will be here for the IDA 3-day event, and he enjoys Miller Lite, Jaeger, slow walks on the beach because he's getting a little old in age,
Yeah.
and
Big emphasis on the word slow.
yeah.
Yeah. And not very far. Slow,
Yeah,
not
he will
very
hold
far.
your hands.
Yeah.
He will hold your hands.
Short distance walks on the beach.
But you can give them a farewell, and then they'll obviously be here for state and a couple other big tournaments. But we all wish them the best of luck and well wishes on their move and safe travels.
Alright. Well, Brian's thinking to himself right now, I got to win one of these next 3 games.
And he's keeping up, and Ben's shooting. And it's like I said earlier, Ben's actually shooting good this entire match. Brian's just stepped up his game a whole lot from that first match. I think he was being emotional and let Joe kind of win. He didn't want to hurt Joe's feelings because Brian's a hell of a guy.
Can you go tell Joe to get out of the camera lens? He's blocking off front. He's not highlighting my backdrop.
Just because he wins one match finally in the castle,
Yeah.
he thinks he can do
Yeah,
whatever he
listen,
wants and
Yeah, he don't want to speak on the microphone, but he'll go stand in front of the damn camera.
So, do you have a Jen? Since you're here, I kind of took over because I'm a Gabby person. Do you have a favorite Brian story that you have with him? With darts, not in darts, something that
Yeah, none of this
won't
part
get
of
us
none
flagged
of
on
the part of the
YouTube or
swapping
anything,
things.
but,
We
yeah.
don't want any of that.
We only partner swap at the board. Settle down. I would have to say it was Game Time City. I was already really emotional knowing that was probably the last major tournament where it would be normal, where we were rooming together, we could drive up together if we wanted to, and kind of going into the match. He put his head down, put his arm around me, and he's like, let's get it, let's do this. And I kept finding a way. He kept finding a way to carry me, and winning second with him was big.
Right.
I love playing with Brian a lot, and I'll be honest, we're not very good usually because we both like Miller Lite and Jaeger Bomb. That's what makes us good partners.
And that's the one thing, even you, but mainly Brian, but even you guys are just love having a good time. You're great people. He will encourage everybody. He could be shooting the worst, and he'll still encourage you just because he likes having a great time. That's all. He's a people pleaser, person pleaser. He likes you to have a great time, no matter what he has to do to make that happen.
Big last for Ben there. He was the first one to an out. Leaves himself with a 71. Let's see if Brian can't get himself down right now, dude.
I have a boatload of kids at home, and they all love Brian Montgomery. And I'm a firm believer that kids know the heart of people, and if they like you, it's because you're a good person, and
Nice
he
97
genuinely is a
score
good
from
person.
Brian. Leave 100, even 100.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more.
He
on
could
that
probably
part there,
do
Joe.
easy math on that one.
Yeah, he could probably do that one. Ben sitting on 71.
I agree. And Brian, yeah, he's
Checking the out chart.
got 1,500 friends. Emily's the same way. They have 1,500 friends, but they have 1,400 family member friends that are family members. They just absolutely have the biggest hearts out there.
Bet on 58, looking at the 18. It's a solid 18, double 20 for the win. There it is. All right,
we are
folks.
going the distance.
We're going to hold distance on this one. It's 4-4.
What
Last
a
game's
good
going to be
start.
on 1. Ben's won the last 2 in a row, right?
I see. Yes, I see a little bit of pressure. It's a Ben Star. I see a little bit of pressure.
Right.
This is going to be an interesting game.
I think I
Whoever wins this one. Oh, this is exciting right there. Edge of the seat.
And, I mean, obviously this is a Brian send-off darts thing, but Emily's the same way. We got to give her credit. She keeps that guy in line and make sure he's safe leaving where he's going, being his Uber driver.
Yeah.
Brian likes to party and have a great time with everybody.
Well, in honor of Mother's Day, let's be honest, all right? Because we see all the work that Mark Raymond's doing, but we all know it's really CJ.
Right.
And we see all the work that Guy Perry's doing, but we all know it's him. All right? And when it comes to Montgomery's, we all love Brian, but we all know it's him that will pull this.
This is very
I
true.
mean, it's, you know, we know the truth.
I appreciate you not throwing Ashley in there because we
Well,
keep bashing her,
yeah.
so let's just
She
keep
don't
that
like me.
going.
I know she don't like me. All right,
so
so I'm
rude.
just not gonna say
She's so
anything.
rude.
Right, I
It's
mean,
so funny because you're naming all those great things those women do, and I'm like, oh, Ben's the one who does everything. I just show up.
Have no say so.
Yeah.
At least you're honest about it.
My only question to Emily is why the hell isn't she taking James with her too? Jesus Christ.
I tried.
Of all the people to leave, why leave him?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
These people hate me around
I
here.
like Austin.
Like Austin, like Caitlin, happy.
Yeah.
She's the mother of Nugget, so we're still gonna say happy
I'll see
Mother's
myself
Day
out
to her and her little puppy dog, but and maybe the future Nugget down the road will.
Let's do that in 20 years, okay?
All right, in 20 years, we'll wish her happy Mother's Day. But
20 years.
Ben,
we
that's
do
a nice
have
story. Nice
Timothy
40-year-old.
Montgomery here, and he's celebrating all this. James is a great guy. I'm glad he's staying, our little buddy.
There you go. Good solid darts by Ben
Even
again.
though his mom and dad are gonna miss him, but this is coming down our wire. They're both when they both shoot good, when one shoot good, the other shoots good. I'm getting so.
You know,
messed
let
up.
me just say, I'm the first one to criticize people when they shoot shitty darts. But I gotta say, Ben has been going through a bad period in the last year of his life when it comes to his dart game. Wonderful period out of darts, but his darts have just suffered here for the last year. And to see how he threw in Game Time City, and to watch how he's throwing tonight as far as this comeback goes, it's really pleasing to see.
It was actually about 2-3 weeks before game time. It's been about a month that he's just got all of his confidence back. He's throwing great. I had the pleasure of playing with him at Game Time City and letting him win me a bunch of money. I appreciate it.
Oh no,
completely.
It's great to see.
He set a steel tip board up in our bedroom, and every night he'll say, "Come on, throw a few rounds with me." So he's really been dialed in on practicing and getting his head back on straight. And I'm super proud of him.
I mean his darts they've come 180 degrees from 6 months ago we'd watched him play, and quite frankly he just had no confidence whatsoever. But he's the first one down and out here. See if Brian can't score a
He's
little
gonna
bit.
put all the pressure on me. Come on, Brian, you gotta win this. All the pressure ain't on me, buddy. Let's go, buddy.
Brian being smart, staying down on the 19s. Leaves him 181. Not sitting pretty. Let's see where Ben's gonna go here.
Let's see if Ben goes bull to leave the 110, or if he does. It's 110, trip 20.
There it is. Uh-oh.
He's gonna finish it off on a double bull.
Oh! Oh no! What a bounce out.
We were getting to the bull cam, but
Yeah, I couldn't even get there. I was too excited. I was too excited. I just said good things about him too.
let's see if Brian can set this up and put some pressure on this 50. And the pressure on the match.
All right, Brian's gonna have 140 left. That's a decent out. All
That's
right.
in on 18.
Where's
He
Ben gonna
likes
go?
double tops. I think he's going 10 double tops.
Yep.
10 double
10
tops
double tops totally with 3 darts.
for the win.
Ooh.
That's a good marker. That's a good marker.
It's not Jason I's marker, but it is a marker.
There you go.
Now, pressure's on
I know I
me.
called the
Jesus
5-4
Brian.
win.
All right.
That is a great comeback by Ben. And that was a good
That's
match
awesome.
between both of them.
What a great
I had
match.
to bet against my dad.
Well, Lee, get off the mic. Go over there and pretend like you're warming up. get ready to
All
go.
right, buddy.
If you don't mind, send Mr. Montgomery back over this way, will you?
I can do that.
All right, thank you.
This one? The one?
Jan, why don't you stay on the microphone with us? We'll have a little chat with Mr. Montgomery. So,
Brian?
Jan, your husband just won and beat Brian Montgomery, the man of the hour. How do you feel?
Mixed emotions.
Where are you going? Are you going to Disneyland?
No,
No?
no,
You want
we'll
this
probably
one, right?
go home.
I think it was you.
No, no.
No, you won't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brian.
No, send Brian. Let's
Let him have a minute.
let's get him worked up for the last match.
I don't want to cry.
All right. Jen, you ready to go?
Ready?
All right, there you go. I got you now. We didn't have you there for a minute. So you feel pretty good about things?
Feeling good, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, excellent work. Excellent work.
Here he comes. The
Are
man
you-
of the hour.
So you've been saying Ben's been putting a lot of work in?
He has been. Put that steel board in our room and he likes to practice in his skivvies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. Well, make sure you post a picture on Facebook next time he does that, would you?
Yeah.
right.
Maybe I can borrow a camera. We can just stream it.
You s-
Practicing with him.
One of the things they teach you is you're supposed to play exactly as you practice.
Yeah.
So if he starts playing in just his skivvies, may have a little bit of an issue.
I've been working well for him,
All
so
right. Well.
maybe he imagines himself in his underwear as he's throwing on the stream.
Well, that whatever he did seemed to work, so we can't, I don't want to be judging. All right, what's going on over there?
Where's Brian?
Where's Brian?
He's in the bathroom.
Oh.
He's having a Montgomery.
He has had a few beers. That's acceptable.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, a little bathroom break going on.
Took a shot.
Folks, stay with us. Give us a like. Give us a share. We're gonna get right back to the action. We're not gonna slide you over to the slideshow. Our premier match of the night is gonna be Lee Jones. It's gonna be Lee Jones versus Brian Montgomery. Best of 9.
Here he is.
Sniffle.
All right, he's the man of the hour.
Because these guys are beating up on me.
Brian, sit down there. Put those headset on.
That's what you
All right. So how you doing out there, young man?
That's what you get for
I'm
leaving
getting
us.
better by the minute.
Yeah, you think so? Is it what you expected?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you noticing the cameras at all?
No.
No, you're not noticing. Did you notice them at the very start?
No.
All right. Your inability to hit 17s.
Yeah, there's an inside
Is that-
joke out there
yeah.
too.
Is that something that's been going on for a while? Or is it just recently?
It comes in and goes out. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
back and forth.
So we've been talking about you and your family, and we've been sharing some stories as you guys go, because quite frankly the darts isn't that good. So we've been telling stories about you.
I'm a better person than Darter, right?
Oh no. Well, no, these guys do. Don't ask my opinion. Let me tell you, but these guys definitely do. But are you excited about going to Florida? Is that something you're looking forward to?
Yeah, but I'm also nervous at the same time.
Okay.
It just happened so quick. I didn't have anything set up, anything prepared.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of sleepless nights. I'll tell you that.
Has it affected your dart game at all? This is a dart show.
I don't think so, because usually when I get the darts,
Yeah.
that's my escape from life
Okay.
outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you get a couple drinks in me, and then I'm all giggles and laughs.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, are you ready to go out there? How are you going to do against Lee?
I don't know. I think
Make a prediction.
I'm gonna kick him before I get out there.
Yeah.
I mean, or do a couple more shots. Might do a couple more shots.
When you started doing shots, you seemed to play a lot better.
It relaxes me.
Yep.
It takes out my thinking. Because if I can't play sober,
Yeah.
I think too much.
Yep.
So when I drink some, it kind of relaxes me, relaxes the muscles, just lets me throw the dart when I need to throw.
All right. All right. Well, that's fair. Well, you're about to go back out there. You're about to go play Lee. So far, you're 0-2. So in this whole big party thing that we're throwing for you,
Mhm.
we've had about 1,600 views so far. and you haven't won a damn game.
A match.
And
Right.
yeah.
I'll say, I got at least a couple games.
And now you're playing the best player in Indianapolis. All right. So how do you? I mean, you just got to. All you got to do is win 5.
Uh-huh.
All right. I think personally, if you can win one of the first 4, and then win both of the cricket games, you throw them off balance. It'll be perfect.
I ain't throwing better in cricket than I am in the 01, that's for sure.
Ashley, his wife, is on the way over, and she's pissed at him. But we don't know when she's going to arrive. All right? So if you can do whatever you can do to delay her, or delay the inevitable,
Right.
as soon as she gets here, he's going to be scared shitless and start throwing it out. All right?
That sounds
So
good to me.
just slow play him.
I'll work.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right?
I'll get him drunk.
Are you having a good time?
Oh, great time.
All right, excellent. Well, these guys put this all together for you. Go ahead, put that headset down, go out there and give it your best. All right,
I appreciate it. Thank
all right,
you.
brother. All right, Jennifer, let's get your husband on the mic right now.
You me over there?
My favorite Brian story is when I cut my leg and I forgot about it.
Folks,
I didn't
we're doing it, changing out commentators. Bear with us.
tell that story.
We're going to bring Ben back to the mic. Mr. Montgomery, I'd like to bring you over here.
You better go before I
Oh,
go.
you're getting ready to go real quick.
All right.
That's fair.
We're also joined by James Montgomery.
I was trying to warn everybody.
Welcome back, fellas. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Ben, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was a hell of a comeback.
It was.
What inspired that comeback? Did you just get comfy?
Yeah, I didn't want to bully him like Joe did. I wanted to keep him in the match.
At the right time.
And then I was just like, I'm tired of losing to Brian Montgomery. I gotta focus and win this.
I don't blame you whatsoever.
Well, I called the 5-4 win.
You called the 5-4 win for Ben. Yes.
In Ben's favor.
Yes, but Ben also said
wasn't-
that Brian wouldn't win more than 2.
I gave him 2. You
Yeah.
gotta call me out on my prediction
You
now.
guys talk about yourself. I'm not going to hook up.
It was either one. It wasn't looking too pretty for you.
Nope,
You-
nope.
You made the comeback.
He was warmed up.
As much as I wanted my dad to win, he pulled it out. Didn't make me look too bad.
Yeah, I thought that 135 was gonna fall. I don't know where that double bull went. Popped out. I heard Jason was slow and switching to the bull cam in here, so who knows?
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
were.
watch it replay.
He was trying to get to the double bull cam. It looked good. It looked good for me.
He'd expect me to hit that trip 20, I guess. All right, guys. I don't know. I think you're just warming up now. Lee hasn't thrown it all, so he's gonna want a few more up darts in there. Jason went to potty, I think.
No, he went to go set up the board.
Oh, he's setting up the board for him. He's got to get the new Wi-Fi code. Thank you all for joining. Don't forget to like, share.
Tell a funny Brian story. I know you two have one.
Funny Brian. Let's go with a funny Brian story. I can think of one where we were at our house. One of Jen's favorite Brian stories. So since she called me out and wants me to tell a funny Brian story, we were cleaning up after a big party one time. And Brian comes in hurriedly and says, you need to come out to the garage. I said, what's going on? I got a big, huge bag of trash. I'm cleaning up in the kitchen. He's like, well, Jen dropped a bottle and I think she cut her leg. I said, well, all right. So I go out to the garage and sure enough, Jen's standing there in a pool of blood. It looked like a crime scene. It was actually a very small cut in a very inopportune place on the leg, I guess, because it bled a lot. If she'd have gone missing that next week, I'd have gone to jail for sure. Her DNA was all over my truck.
Excuse me, folks, while I just get the scoreboard set up for us.
Jason doing Jason things.
Yeah.
Looks like they're still warming up.
I tell them to go ahead and piddle whenever they feel like it, but they're both kind of camera hogs, so they just enjoy being there.
You got Brian going first, so it looks like he won the piddle.
All right, well, that's how it's going to sit.
That's what they're trying to figure out is math. See if Lee comes out firing or if it takes him a minute to adjust like it did me. Lee doesn't usually take too long to adjust.
You know, I tell everybody that comes and plays at the castle that your first 2 games, all you're really focusing on is just throwing a dart straight.
Right.
Did Lee enter
Yeah.
a score?
Yeah, it doesn't look like Lee hit in her probably. See if Brian catches it.
It's probably not.
I don't know what me and Brian did. We got off there somewhere. Somebody hit in her too many times or didn't hit it or something.
He put 96 on his score.
Alright, they got it now.
Yeah, he fixed it.
That bounce out on that double, I know you won the game anyway, but right before that, the round before you had the bounce out on that.
The 135.
Yeah, 135. Was that in the double?
I don't know.
Did that
Yeah.
really put us?
I mean, you always think it was in the double because it was
Sure.
on the floor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Every dart that ever lands on the floor for me was a trip 20.
Well, and then
Or a double, whatever I was throwing at.
we can use it.
I've never missed a dart that landed on the floor.
Oh yeah, and we're so 60.
Right.
Yeah. Even
Well,
if
that
it's a
was
12.
That was a trip 20.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a 7 fall out earlier, and Brian was like, "Oh, that was a trip 19. That was in there." And me and James were like, "Nah,
No,
that was a 7." We said it.
Brian Hostetler says, "What's happening, James Montgomery?"
How you doing, buddy?
It's the quietest I've heard James, probably in the last few years.
Yeah, I don't talk a whole lot. Pretty quiet guy.
Glad to see your wrist is back to normal.
Yeah. It was definitely a struggle through Game Time City last weekend.
Well, we can start throwing you around again.
No one's allowed to pick me up anymore.
Well,
I wouldn't say
My
nobody.
mom-
Bob.
Yeah, I mean-
unless you're a grown man.
I wouldn't say nobody, Bob.
oh gosh.
Just a bit outside there for Lee Jones.
He's now that trip 19 every time he goes down though.
Yeah, I don't want to start down there.
Well, that's what Montgomery's doing, man.
Pops has definitely switched to the 19s and he's been more consistent than the 20s.
As he hits a trip 20. No wonder you're so damn quiet.
Right. This is why we don't ask Tater questions.
Yeah, sure. They call you Tater? Really?
It's my nickname.
Tater.
Tater Todd, Tater Salad.
Yeah. I thought I was Tater. And you
You're
call
Tater
me.
Salad.
I'm
look
Tater
like
Salad.
It's just you look like Ron White,
Yeah.
like an older,
Although some chick
an
last
older,
weekend.
more damaged Ron White.
Yeah, someone started calling me the Wizard last weekend, which I thought was
Wizard?
amazing. Yeah.
Why? Because you're the man behind the curtain.
No, I had no idea where the
That's got to be
bartender.
it. Wizard of Oz. You're
Yeah.
the man behind the curtain.
The bartender started calling me the Wizard. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I just want a gin and
I
tonic.
think it's
He
a
would
wizard.
rather not it be a Wizard of Oz reference, but rather just him being a wizard.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely
Although
a
I
wizard.
did
It's
make a
definitely a
good-looking
wizard.
wizard. I mean, really, there's not that many.
No, that's why I think it
wizards.
fits.
Yeah. And I can't grow a beard to save my life.
That's fair.
I don't have any pointy hats.
Touche, I can't grow a beard to save my life either.
No, I can't.
You'll hit puberty one day, though.
It's not very likely.
So Lee's first one out and out. He's sitting on 48. I'll get the camera ready, fellas. Oh, just
A
a little
little
outside.
outside. Give Brian a look at checking this 183 here.
Yeah, that'd be tough to do with 3 darts.
I know. If he was playing me, he could do it.
He's come around the last 6 darts. Have been nice averages though.
Yeah.
And if he goes 180, he needs 2 more darts to take it out.
He tends to play to his competition. He could be playing a 20 average player and throw a 20 average, then he'll play me or Lee and throw a 42. We don't know what happened.
There it is. Game 1 to Lee.
Sorry, Brian would have messed that up and thrown the 20 anyway.
Yeah, you know that.
Damn soft tippers.
Yeah, that was bound for trouble. So Lee gets the darts here. Just a mere 75 average for that one. Been dropping down, hitting that 19. I was real low on that one. First game, we didn't have any trouble hitting the triple.
He is just a love the trip 20.
Have you played with Brian, Jason?
No,
You got any good Brian stories?
no, I've never gotten to play with him. Obviously, Brian and I get to know each other pretty well, just because we hang out in the same places together. And I love Tater Todd over here, whatever we're calling him this week. I personally have never thrown him around though,
Dad called
just
me
so
Big
Mom
Mama.
knows.
I probably have, but he's secure in my hands.
Yeah,
I
well.
like to hold him like a baby.
So Ben, you are now working with Phoenix.
Name.
What you got coming up with Phoenix? What's
We've got a Thursday open doubles league starting hopefully in the next couple weeks. Capped league at Spikes on Monday night on the west side.
nice?
Of course, the best blind draw in Indy every Saturday night.
Yeah, that man had a blind
Big
draw.
triple shots.
Where are those triple shots at right now?
I don't know off the top of my head, honestly. Men's, women's is probably
Just
right
make
at
shit up. I've been doing that for
14
years.
$14 or $1,500 for the women's, I'd guess.
Oh, really?
The men's they guaranteed $1,200, I think, last night. I don't know who hit them. I never got an update.
I think Lee got 2 of them, and I don't remember who got the 3rd.
That's great.
So a good night for Lee last night, I guess.
Yeah, he drew Jesus.
Oh, Lee and Jesus drew each other?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's a pretty good team.
Well, I had Don Kirby, and it was we got 4th.
Yeah.
I mean, that was probably the top 2 teams, and that everybody would have bet on for
Right.
seeing in the finals.
Right.
But
Yeah, that happens. I drew big round in November at, what's that one over near Brownsburg? Legends.
Legends?
They had that pre-New Year's, or pre-Thanksgiving blind draw. We went out there and I drew big round. I think we went 0-2.
I've drawn
Or 1
Jesus
and
and
2.
went 1-2, 2-0, 0-2. I mean, it starts.
Just like the trips cricket last week, and Lee drew Guy, and everybody thought they were going to walk through it. They mostly did, and we got lucky and beat them in the finals.
Upsets happen all the time.
Yep. Brian flailing a little bit here.
Starting off hot. And
What's one thing about Indy darts? The pool may not be as deep as some other cities, but it's far wider than most cities. There's a lot of really good players in Indianapolis.
definitely blessed to play darts here in Indy.
There's just so many options. 4 soft tip vendors, a steel tip
Oh,
vendor,
yeah.
multiple blind draws every night of the week, leagues whenever, any kind of league you want, whenever you want it.
Play every night of the week.
As a player, you're definitely very fortunate. As a vendor, it's frustrating because there's only so many players, and we're all trying to pull the same players for the same things. Brian trying to.
He won that bad.
Good first couple of darts.
I'd like to welcome Miss Ashley Jones to the neighborhood.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Ashley. How are you? We're going to have you on the mic here pretty soon.
Okay, let me get a shot in.
Well, just get yourself comfy.
Bring us one too.
Yeah. So Lee leaves himself ironing out, getting good control here. Brian just wants to put a little bit of pressure on. Get this going.
I'd say put in a ton here. Get something to look at if Lee misses here. Put a little pressure on it. Well, doesn't get that done. 1, 2, 4 left.
Yeah.
So he's got to look at it now. If Lee were to miss.
Oh, Lee trying to go double on him now, I think.
A little games and shit with his buddy here.
Yeah. Tops for the win. There it is. Lee goes up 2-0.
Brian looking at the board very confused.
I think he just embarrassed me, but I'm not quite sure.
Does my math.
Lee's average dropped from 75 to 73 that match. Brian's shooting at a 56 average right now, 55 average. Quite frankly, he started out at about 40.
Well, telling us he's not a 55 player, I think it's about what he threw on me too.
Yeah. Well, after he got going, after he got a couple of games on the belt, he did real well.
And I play 2 steel leagues, so I mean, that's all I average in steel. It's about a 55 to a 60, so I mean, it's definitely a different ballgame. Definitely going from soft tip to steel tip.
Now, how you liking those steel leagues? Not so much the quality of the people around you, but the darts itself. You enjoying it?
I enjoy it a lot. It definitely makes me focus a lot more. It makes you try a little bit harder.
I will not ask you the question of which one you enjoy more, because quite frankly, I don't think that's a fair question. It's whichever one you like, but I will always ask you about what's different about it. So what's the biggest difference to you?
So soft tip, it's bullseye, I know one. you're shooting 50 points around.
Yep.
Steel tip, you're shooting 60. So, and it's double out. It's definitely a night and day strategy. You have to think about it a little bit different. You get down to 330, 300, and you start trying to. Not that good of a player, but you start thinking about how you're going to get to your out, how you're going to set yourself up. So, I love it because it pushes me to be a better player.
Do you find that your soft tip game improves when you do Wednesday?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
If I go from steel tip to soft tip, I'm usually not missing a whole lot in soft tip after steel, but going from soft tip to steel, transitioning into just starting playing steel, it's so much harder.
Yeah. How about you, Ben? I've been a big fan of yours, and I hope you know this, whether you do or don't, I really don't care. But I've been a big fan of yours for a few years now, and I've seen you play some fantastic darts 2 or 3 years ago. And then over the last year, you've unfortunately been through a little bit of a slump. But it seems as though in the last 6 weeks or so, you've really come out of that slump. What was the key for you? What was the key moving forward?
Practice.
Is it that simple?
Yeah, it really is. And we put a steel board up because Jen's office now is where our dart room was, and
Sure.
3 boards up there, so I can't be in the back in my underwear while she's on a meeting.
So it was Jen's fault.
I definitely blame Jen.
Okay, I understand.
Definitely blame
Now,
Jen.
we understand that you practice steel in your underwear in the bedroom.
I do not generally practice in my underwear.
Well, according to Jen, you do.
Well-
There's videotape of it. And I think the baby oil smothered over your body was a little
Well,
much.
that helps release the dart a little bit.
It was a little much. I don't see how baby oil on your buttocks is going to make the dart go any better.
Well, have you tried it? Until you've tried it, don't talk to me.
That's big darts by Brian there.
Big shot. He's not sure how to score one for you.
Yeah. There's a hot button for that?
Shots into the guys. Yeah.
Well, folks, excuse us for a minute. We all just got shots handed to us. I have no idea. It could be a shot.
Jen, the bartender, brought us some concoction.
It's the El Caminos.
It could be something or other.
Sounds like the El Camino, which was the official shot of Game Time City.
Yeah, it could be a Ford Ranchero. We're not really sure.
Some sort of watermelon Jolly Rancher.
So Lee's sitting on a 160 out. We're going to do these shots right quick. Gentlemen, thanks for doing this today. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for doing this for Brian.
I'm sure that sounded really good on the mic.
You're gagging?
Yeah, really. Whoa. Oh my gosh. So glad it's Sunday. They're doing a shot out there too. And Brian's blowing kisses to the wrong camera. Which
I think that
is
was to
kinda
Jen.
All right.
I think he was blowing a kiss to my wife.
Yeah. All right, so let's get back at it. Lee's up 2-zip. It's a race to 5. So Brian's got the darts. He's got a chance actually, because Lee's not going to hit a 160.
He needs a solid round.
Yeah, if he gets a solid
Put the
round
pressure
here.
on the 160, because Lee's definitely capable of hitting it.
Yeah, well, he's not going to do
You seem very confident.
that. He's not going to. No one's going to hit a 160 out of the castle.
Come on.
I will.
No one's done it yet. Let's put it that way. No one's hit the big fish. No one's hit a 160. True story.
I mean, I think if you went to Lee right now, he'd probably prove you wrong. If you told him that, he's gonna make it.
Well, he was right. He didn't.
Nah, he's not going to do it. No one. It's
Brian
hard
didn't,
to
Brian
win.
didn't leave himself out, so.
I have to watch because I review every one of the broadcasts, so I have to watch every game twice. Like we'll have 6,000 views, and I'm pretty sure I'm responsible for 5,500 of them.
That explains the 6,000.
Yeah.
Kind of wondered where you're getting those juiced up.
Yeah. I move around the country and watch
I get on there and there's like 7 people.
Yeah. I'll go watch it from like Montana just so we had someone watching in Montana.
Right. Big third there for Brian.
Oh.
Give him a little look here if Lee misses.
Yeah.
Lee's a big fan of the bullseye, so I'm guessing he's going to start there. Probably a little too much sometimes.
Yeah, right now he's slow playing late a little bit. Screwing him up a little bit.
Considering he went double last game, he's probably gonna shoot both first.
Yeah. That's Bobo.
Leaves 65. Probably trip 15, I guess.
I don't know, maybe bull again, I'm thinking. Nah, I would trip 15. I'm thinking 15 is a bull. Oh.
He misses it up top.
It was terrible camera work,
Gotta
but
leave Brian a look. For everybody in the building, including Lee's root for Brian to hit this 100 out.
well, he hit a 70 out, right?
Come on, Pops.
Alright, double for the win. He's gonna fake it.
He doesn't know what to
He
do.
might still throw the trip 20.
That was the
Oh,
first.
oh, there
That was
you
the
go.
first.
Get it again.
Oh!
Misses that third dart job.
Everybody in the whole city was rooting for him for that one.
Ashley Jones was Team Monty out there for a minute.
Truth.
He's gonna throw the double 15 or set it up. That's kind of what I figured he'd do.
Yep, double 5. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Let's go, Monty. Double 15 good number. Double 10 just above it. Come on.
Yeah, just slightly miss on your number. There's a terrible setup, Dart. There's
Five.
one. Oh, just a little high.
Yeah,
Just
bro,
a
I
bit
can
outside.
pay for that one.
I don't know. We sitting on that 5. 1 double 2 here, folks. Oh, that's good.
Double
good.
one. He's gonna need to go double one for the 5 here.
Here comes a 1. Nope.
Nope,
Yeah.
in an 18.
That was disastrous from the start, really.
It's gonna give Monty another look to mess this
Gotta
up.
get out of here right now, kid.
I'd be tempted just to throw the 2 double 4 right here, to be honest with you.
I'm always tempted by it. Sometimes I do it. Depending on how I'm feeling.
Couple of good markers.
It looks like
I
that.
think
Looks
you got
looks
it.
like
I
it's
think he's
squeaked in
slugging
the
it
corner
in.
there.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we're sitting at 2 on Lee. One more game of 0-1 here, I think, right?
Yep, one more game on 1. We'll switch over to cricket. Now, we did say to Brian, all he's got to do is get win 1 game of 0-1, and he'll have the advantage.
Realistically, you know, hard to beat Lee in cricket. Lee just scores too.
I know, but it's kind of his party. I don't want to make him feel good about himself.
If he's going to win legs against Lee, it's more likely going to be an 0-1. Lee's hard to keep up with in scoring.
We're getting ready to hire 2 physician trainers. It's teaching them how to be more efficient on Epic. So sitting with doctors.
Uh-oh.
Slow start.
Oh, that had disaster written all
Yeah.
over it right there. I had jokes lined up.
I always joke if you go trip 20 first dart and then hit 2 fat ones, you just want to quit darts.
Well,
Maybe you go 1-1 and then hit the trip 20. You're like, yeah, what a great shot. It's the same score.
It's very true.
all right, Mr. Montgomery, why don't you exit stage left, see if you can't get Miss Ashley Jones over here.
Ashley,
Yeah,
you're up.
right. I'll be right in with a fresh round of shots.
Oh, yay.
Bartender, shots. I think my lovely wife is going to fix us up another beverage. Molly's lovely wife is going to join us on the broadcast.
Welcome to the broadcast, Miss Ashley Jones. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
It looks like, I know you don't wear that for pleasure, so it looks like you just got off of work.
I did. I'm on call. The trap
Excellent.
phone is with me. So.
Well, excellent. Thank you so much for being here. We
you.
really do appreciate it. It's always a pleasure having good-looking people in the castle. So far, we've had to put up with Ben, Lee, and Joe.
That's fair.
Well, Team Ben, all day.
I'll tell you what.
Jen is Team Lee. I'm Team Ben.
Now, I don't recall you ever commentating on the stream before. Have you
Never.
done it? Never. All right. Well, this is obviously just fulfilling a lifelong dream for you then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I understand that.
We were joking, she made a joke that Jen's always Team Lee and she's always Team Ben, which is pretty much usually true. And she had made a comment to Lee one time that she hoped she got the first pick in the draft a couple weeks ago so she could take Lee number 1. And I was like, hey, I got a bone to pick with you. So me and Lee were laughing like, if she gets that number 1 pick, we're both going to be standing there like, what are you going to do? And she'd have probably just picked Raymer or something to save the fight.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Well,
But Brian's wife Emily sniped me right in front of Jen. She was picking in front of Jen. She sniped me up.
I know my child was salty.
She also sniped me up in front of James. So then Jen took James.
That's a good round there from Brian.
He was looking much better than the first match I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shots must be finally
Yeah,
kicking.
the shots are finally starting to kick in.
Did you listen to the stream on the way over here?
I did not.
Oh, that's good.
I did not.
That's good.
I had to get in the zone of getting out of work. It's been very trying.
No, I completely understand that, and I appreciate the fact that you didn't listen. Because we were saying nothing but positive things.
99 there for Lee, looks like.
I'm sure that we'll be watching this in bed.
No.
It never fails that we have to watch darts every night.
Oh, really?
It's like his bedtime lullaby. He has to watch darts and see what he did wrong or what he's missing from the day.
I don't generally go back and watch my streams.
I generally watch things in bed before I go to sleep, but that's because of my recent.
It's probably not darts.
Yeah.
It's probably not darts.
Well, one could describe it that way. All right, we're gonna do shots. Apparently, everybody in the arena is doing shots. We're gonna do shots. There we go. Cheers, Miss Ashley. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Once again, me swallowing sounds just sexy on the stream. Let me tell you, that's gonna bring him knocking on the door.
Lost 17 viewers with that shot.
Yeah.
How many viewers do we have?
We got about 22 people watching on Facebook, and we got about 6 or 7 watching on YouTube.
Nice.
But what ends up happening, we got like 30, 40 people watching. People tune in and they'll watch for 10 minutes, and then we'll leave. So that 22 or 25 people watching on Facebook is different every 5 minutes, right? So by the end of the day, you have about 1,700 views, and then by the end of the week, you have about
dark for Brian.
6,000. Because some people go to bed and watch dark.
Right.
You know? And they're responsible for the remainder of the views. Which is, if I think about it, it's kind of eerie that your husband goes to sleep with the sound of my voice.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. I tend to put women to sleep, not men.
Big second dart there for Lee.
It's weird seeing Brian and not getting to talk to him. I haven't seen him, gosh, probably in a week, and that's very
Good
unusual.
look there for Lee.
So, tell me how you feel about them moving out of town, Miss Ashley.
I hate it.
You do?
I'm excited for them, but I hate it. We spend a lot of time, our core group together. That's on call. Sorry, hold on a second.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm not excited for them in the least.
No, it's terrible.
I hope their house floods and there's hurricanes and they soon move back to Indiana.
Well, you know, God bless them. As someone that's traveled around the world, the idea of a new adventure and a new start is always refreshing, but I will tell you that I am still close with several people in England, still close with a couple of people in Singapore and around the world in my trips, so it's lots of
988 will take
there you
four
go.
for Lee there.
We're going to switch over to cricket, but I'm still friends with all the places I've lived with people there, so I mean, it's as long as in today's world you can play darts together still, you can talk to each other, obviously video chat with each other. It's not quite the same as seeing each other, but you got to take advantage of today's technology.
Yep. And we've already planned a couple trips down there. We're going down there for Cherry Bomb in June, and hopefully they're going to come down to Fort Lauderdale and hang out with us.
Yep, there you go.
Probably Bullshooter too. September. Gives us another friend to stay with down there.
Oh yeah.
We got a fellow White Horse player, Kaylee Morton, that lives down there who we stayed with.
But Kaylee was at she was at that draft party.
She wasn't super
Yeah, that young lady.
she came up.
She got a great dart on her.
She's a good shot.
Yep.
And a great person.
Lee lighting up a 7 mark right there.
She's a ball of fun. He does like chasing that 20.
Is liable for you and the nurse, so you have to have 2 nurses.
So Ben, let me ask you. We've actually had a joint conversation about what I'm about to ask you
You're supposed
about.
to have 2.
When is a major tournament coming up?
Yep.
All right. And that major tournament's got, let's say, 4 or 5 different events. Soft tip, steel tip, whatever it may be.
When you do an oral.
How do you pick your partners?
You have to have a witness.
Because you're the type of guy that if you were to ask somebody if you want to play, they're going to say yes to Ben Fast. They're gonna. I mean, so how do you have your right away to pick whoever you want to play with? How do you pick somebody that you're gonna play that weekend?
Well, it depends. So there's different variables, you know. Some events are capped, some events are full open. A lot of it is comfort. I tend to play with the same players a lot. If it's a mixed doubles event, I'm generally going to try to play with Jen. Especially if it's capped. For sure it's capped.
Breaking news. Brian closed 17s on his first round.
Hey, he threw 17s well against me too.
Right. And he hit 4 of them. All right. Now, please carry on. Do you generally play, if you're on a weekend tournament, do you generally play with the same partner the whole weekend?
I try to. I mean, it creates a comfort level. Last weekend I played with Lee in most of the events that I could.
Yep. Well, that's a good choice right there.
Yeah. I mean, that checks a lot of boxes. We're friends. We hang out anyways, and then he's pretty good. So he's good enough to carry me usually.
Yeah.
And was this weekend for sure.
Wow. I called most of those games. It wasn't all Lee.
No, I threw well. It felt good to throw well and help out. He didn't just carry me around the room like he can. He's capable of doing it.
He's capable. But
he fortunately didn't have to last weekend.
Well,
I was able to chip in and help a little bit.
You're being modest. Let's not be afraid to say that you shot very well last weekend.
I did.
Welcome back to the microphone.
Thanks.
Did you save the world while you were gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a phone call and usually someone needs oil for their car. You get a phone call, it could be life-saving.
Yeah, that was about a DNR, so yeah. You never know what's going to happen.
No,
Hey,
I'm proud to call you a friend, and I'll tell you that right now.
Thanks. But back to them leaving, I'm happy for them. Very sad. Our like I said, our group spends a lot of time together. I mean, even throughout the week, we spend a lot of time together. Their kids are my nieces and nephews, even though they're old enough, to be our kids. We still think of them that way. So we'll still have them, but we'll definitely miss Brian and Emily a lot. Em and I usually chat at least once a day, if not all day. So we'll still have to continue that, for sure.
Well, we were just talking about the way that technology is nowadays. You have that ability at least.
We do.
It's not the same by any means, but you have that ability at least. Until they start blowing you off. Until they start ghosting you.
No.
All of a sudden, no, those folks from up there, we don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
They just want a place to stay.
We're not worried about being ghosted by them at all.
No.
Yeah.
They may ghost their children, but they won't ghost us.
Yeah. We're safe. We're safe.
Yeah.
Our children ghost us.
Or the children ghost you. That's true. Yeah.
We're safe. Yeah, we generally when Jen and I go out of town for a tourney, that's our roommate. So I got a roommate spot open. We're very picky. We probably don't want you in our room.
Send applications.
Did he close the 15s on that last time?
Send applications. I'll throw about 100% of them away.
And we'll review it as a group.
They have to be able to withstand Antarctica.
You will have to be able to withstand Jen's sub-zero
I roomed
temperatures.
with Ben one weekend, and it was like sleeping with an elephant. My gosh.
Is that a fat joke?
Holy cow.
I mean, it's a whole stampede with me, Lee, Ben. It's a whole stampede.
And now just imagine how cold I keep it.
Yeah.
And I'm freezing with her temperature.
I'll tell you what amazed me. We stayed one night, and you bought 8 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
I literally
Shoe game got to be on point. Look good, throw good.
Yeah,
or at least look good and then just look good.
I literally slept with a hoodie over my head. And
You had a whole ass winter coat on.
It was freezing.
I had to go buy another one.
It's freezing. Yes, and Emily bought another
Emily had to
blanket.
buy another blanket this weekend.
But she still stayed with us, which
Jen
means
likes to
we
keep it
must have
frigid.
redeeming qualities.
Lee takes that one, takes the 4-1 lead.
Lee takes 4-1. This is the game right here.
Brian
Lee
just
wins
passed
this
that
one.
Brian really wants to go first, but it's just not his turn.
Yeah.
We're going to do another shot here.
We are.
My lovely wife has poured us another one and come to join us for this one.
Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Man, this could get raunchy. Please hide your kids.
Not raunchy.
As far as the partner question, back to that a little bit, because I think it's a great question.
Thanks. I wrote it myself.
Like I said, there's a lot of things that go into it. Is it a cap? You want to generally find somebody you fill a cap with well? but more importantly, somebody you jive with well and throw with, and I get to hang out with you all day, and I don't like hanging out with very many people all day.
Amen.
So my partner selection is very limited. All three of the ladies here, Jen, Ashley, Emily, I have and will throw with all three of them anytime.
Ashley gets her husband now, period.
Yeah,
She's off the market.
Ashley left me not too long ago because her husband's pretty
Forever
good.
team Ben.
I love my husband. I mean, double with money is pretty good. It makes for a good weekend.
That's fair,
Right.
that's fair.
I don't have that
I
problem.
don't know where that happened.
Jason, I'm open sometimes if you're ever looking for a partner.
Alright,
My
well, if
wife is
I'm not
currently
streaming.
flirting with Jason as we speak.
Yeah.
It's the accent, really. That's all it is.
That's
true.
Don't let it fool you.
Yeah, we just start talking like this.
Oh. Hey.
Oh, Billy, pretty good.
Andy has a castle, so I mean.
Yeah. Where's Lee doing up from
At
Bullseye?
At least throwing backwards on him here.
Yeah, that's a little showboating from Lee.
Is it? Or is it just fun among boys?
Both.
Fun among boys, really.
Because I'm Team Lee, and I don't think he would do anything sideways.
Oh boy. At least Brian looks like he's enjoying himself.
Let's see if he keeps up with it here. Seems like he's going to.
Yeah, Lee going backwards. Nothing wrong with that at all. Have a little fun. Folks, this is what we're about tonight. A little fun, a little send up for the Montgomerys. Yeah, they've been good friends to us all. I will tell you, anytime I've reached out to any of them, including their sons, I've always been able to get an answer right back, which is not something I could say for Ben. So,
That's a good shot from B.
so anytime we see that, we do really appreciate them. We're going to miss them. They're definitely one of ours. So we'll always be big supporters of them. And unfortunately, we will have to revoke them from the Indie Darts Facebook group.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even live in this state anymore.
It'll be real fun though to get a big group to go down there and play in a big tournament and see how they run things and.
Well, I am a member of the, not a member, like it's a babe, you gotta take a class and stuff. But I'm part of the Facebook group for the Florida Darters Association thingy, whatever they have. Their equivalent of Indie Darts. And they have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, they really do.
They got a
When
ton of
Jen
stuff.
and I went down and stayed with Kaylee a month or so ago, I mean, she was like, which draw do we want to go to? There was
Oh, yeah.
7. But, I mean, there's 7 or 8 within 40 minutes of you.
Yeah.
You know, we're
And
here, there's 7 or 8.
They're
10 minutes.
fiercely independent down there, which is what, it's kind of amusing to me, to be honest with you.
It's really cool to see how much it's grown. I lived in Florida a few years back, like 12.
So you came
12,
back?
2012,
You moved down
Brian
there
almost
and
hit
you
the big
came
7
back?
mark
I
there.
did. I hated it, so I moved back.
Alrighty. Did you hear that, Emily?
No, I'm sorry.
Ashley lived there. She hated it. She came back.
But I lived in Port St. Lucie and like no one knew anything about darts. And if you get on Florida's page now, there's a whole bunch of bars in Port St.
Yeah.
Lucie
Yep.
that have draws. So
Yeah, there was somebody down there when we were down there trying to get us to go to Port St.
yeah,
Lucie to find something.
my god children live down there, and so it'll be nice to be able to visit and go to darts. And I know we're all looking forward to September. I
Lee
think
put
it's
some points in
September
there.
to go to the Florida Bullshooter.
Okay.
There's a big group of
Oh,
us,
cool.
and here is my on-call phone. So Emily, do you want to?
All right.
Yay.
Emily, let's get you over here, young lady.
Get Emily over here for the tail end of this match.
Sorry, folks, just figuring out which mic is which as we go forward.
This is Jason's first time streaming. So
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
there with
yeah.
us.
Just happy the camera's working. Emily, welcome back.
Hey, hey.
How are you, young lady?
I'm good.
You look beautiful today.
No, thank you.
I say that not even looking at you.
Yeah, I don't feel beautiful.
You look fantastic. Thank you for all the work you did to put this together today. Every time I see you on the mic, I'm going to say Happy Mother's Day to you.
I'm getting hungry though.
We're not going to feed you.
It's dinner time.
We're not going to feed you.
Yeah, the food here is terrible.
Yeah, it's all English.
Brian gets a point lead and puts in a couple bulls there. A bull away from the win. So Lee
Nothing
does
wrong
it.
with that. See if Lee can hit a bullseye.
You have to do this on your own?
Here's one. That's all I need.
No way. I feel like they all start in the morning.
He's gonna need more than that. Brian only needs a fat number and a bull. He's been throwing the ball well today. There's the foul.
Go for the win. No.
Almost the ball. It's a tough blocker dart there, looks like.
And that one's low. Well, we'll see if Lee lets up here. All he needs to do is close 20s and hit a 19. He's going to start off with the 19s, I'm betting. Oh, he's going to put the board lead on. Oh, that's a big win. That's a big win right there. Well, Emily, if you don't mind, let me ask you to go grab your husband. Tell him to come get on that one. All right, folks, if you want to stay with me, we're going to have a real short interview with Brian.
Oh wait, are they done?
They are done. We are done for the night.
Okay, well we need to do a group shot then.
And we're going to do a real quick interview with Brian, and then we're all going to stand around and hug, and we're going to turn the cameras off. All right, so bear with us. I do thank you all for joining us tonight. It was kind of a last-minute presentation we wanted to put together. We sure do appreciate you. You know, I get a lot of credit for To The Point streaming and you guys streaming, but the truth of the matter is, without the help of Sean Green, without the help of Tim Neal and Scott Markle, none of this would be possible. The only factor I have to play with it, quite frankly, is it's in my house. So, thank you all for pitching in. Thank you all for watching. For those of you that wanted to come out and I wasn't able to get you in, I apologize sincerely. It is what it is. We wanted to keep it real quiet tonight. From that standpoint, all we can do is offer you a chance to watch on the stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Brian over here to ask him a couple of questions, see how he did, and we'll enjoy ourselves from there. Are you waiting on me? Yeah.
Well, I think you have been early.
So we have Brian put on the headset.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
What is this shit? Brian started darts.
we took notes on everything going on.
Well, that explains why the sheet is empty.
Well, how did you shoot, Brian?
I shot better each match.
Yeah.
And I shot some really stupid darts.
Okay.
But I was out there having fun.
You were?
Yeah.
How does it make you feel realizing that you're close friends? Yeah. After you've been close to them for this many years, and you decide to make a little bit of a life change where you're going to move south, a little bit better weather, a little closer to some family. But these guys put this together for you, and quite frankly, it wasn't easy. What you don't know, there was flyers, there was promotion, that everybody on Facebook knew about it except you, because we blocked you out of it. We've had this going on for a week. We all care and love you dearly, and are so grateful for you and your family, and for what you've done for Indy Darts. That they wanted to do this for you. How does it make you feel on the inside, my friend?
Oh, it wants to make me cry.
Yeah.
It does. I'm teared up right now. The best compliment you can have as a guy is the respect of your peers.
Yep.
And I can't replace that.
Well, let me tell you, we don't know each other well, but we know each other enough to call each other friends. I have great respect for you. I'm really glad that we got to do this for you today. You have some terrific friends. You have a terrific family, and we will keep an eye on them for you. Thank you so much for doing this today. It was an honor to have you in the castle. It really was.
I really appreciate it, because it's what you got going on here is phenomenal. I mean, it's a pleasure to play here. I told Lee out there, I was like, well, so Matt, turn my garage into something similar, and we can, do battles between each other or whatever.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
With today's technology, my friend, it can be done. Anything can be done.
Yeah.
All right? I don't even know how to turn on the computer, Billy. So, it's all the credit goes to the other guys.
Yeah.
But you were a true champion today. You lost every match.
Yeah.
We'll have you back next week so maybe you can win something. We'll put you against some different competition.
James was like, put him against me, he'll probably beat me.
Yeah.
That's why I was here, so that's what I be.
No, listen, I want you to enjoy the night. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for everything.
I enjoy being there. It's what you got going on is awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome thing.
Thank you. All right, folks. This is Jason Ives, and that's Brian Montgomery. We're gonna sign out for the night. My voice is about going, as you can probably tell. But thanks for joining us. Thanks for kicking in. We will talk to you all very soon. Take care now.